am Vengeance. AW Order in the house. What's up, guys? What's up? Warner Brothers CinemaCon Live updates. I, I thought he's working on things. I mean, I hope he does. I mean, I hope he passes, obviously. But um, so yeah, if anybody is new here, you like what you see. Okay, Black. I'm gonna invite you, Red. I'm gonna invite you, buddy. In fact, if you see this in my group chat, feel free to come in. Any other chat. All right. And it okay. Yeah, Didiomics. Okay. I mean, you know, I really want in. Not you, Red. I mean, is that it's not you. I'm talking about. You know, I really want to come in my chat. No, not in my chat. He's always in my chat. But you know, I really want to come on stream. I want. I want sideways. I want sideways. I want sideways to come on. Okay. I want sideways to come on. That's what I want. The microwave. Okay. I want sideways. Sideways, buddy. This. Where are you? I want you in. Get in here, sideways. I also got to share this. Okay. All right. Oops, I spelled Clayface wrong. I spelled it wrong again, so good thing I didn't send it. Oh my god. There we go. Alright, Red. Yeah, Red's gonna join. I know, I was busy, Red. I was busy typing something on my phone. Yeah, Jason Momoa and Millie Alcock are there. That you all know. Lobo and Supergirl, I mean, the actor and the actress are all there. So, yeah. Hey, yeah. I don't know if it's going to be as busy yet as yesterday. Like, if it's going to, whatever. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay. But yeah, I'm going to show you pictures. When it pop up, I mean, look. Just take a look. There's. I mean, it's perfect. That movie. She's like 22 or 23. But I think the actress was like, no, the actress wasn't a teenager in House of the Dragon. I think she was like 21 or 22 in House of the Dragon. But yeah, nothing yet. Nothing yet. Nothing major yet. Okay. Hey, Red. I heard MCU Storm's been cast. Jade Cargill. Oh yeah, and by the way, after this stream, I'm going to obviously watch Daredevil. Daredevil Born Again Season 2, Episode 5. But I'm not doing a stream on it. Okay. But if you're new here, welcome. I'll be using that. Yes, Red's here.
Do I sound okay?
Yeah, you're great. You're fine.
Okay.
What's up, Red? What's up?
Nothing.
Nothing. You hear that Storm's been cast?
Yeah. So did Mystique and Jean Grey and Jubilee.
Yeah, all my WWE wrestlers. All my WWE wrestlers. Yeah.
I'm surprised Kyrie got the role. Yeah, I'm surprised Kyrie, she got the role as Jubilee, even though Jubilee's like half Korean, not Japanese.
Hey, it's not the first time I've seen you as like whitewash or whatever roles before. Yeah. I mean, the ancient one was a British actress. Mm-hmm. So that's winning. But yeah, we're joking, guys. We're just making fun of a wrestler who has aspirations to be in Hollywood.
Delusional aspirations.
But if you see her talk on the mic and you see her, the wrestling skills, the wrestling thing you can't doesn't really translate. But if you see her talk on the mic or have any charisma, she doesn't have it. It won't translate well. It won't translate. You know what her role would be? She'd be like China. You know when China got roles? That's
It was just in that George Clooney movie that came out last year, but is a relative unknown to American audiences, I believe.
I already forgot the whole cast.
We have another super chat.
Lars Edinger, the chat is telling us. Thank you, chat. Thank you, James Riggs. Thank you, Begsy.
It will also be interesting. He might be fully CGI. We don't know.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this wasn't a super chat, but it's something that people have asked in chat earlier. There's we don't know for certain who they're gonna cast the what was her name? Adria
Arjona.
But do you think higher or lower? It's someone like Maxima or someone new, or maybe Wonder Woman, because some people are thinking maybe she could be Wonder Woman.
I don't think it's Wonder Woman. I mean, Deadline said Maxima, and it's possible that's a red herring. It's possible they're misinformed. But I would be surprised if Wonder Woman would be appearing at this point in this way.
I don't know. That could be.
I kind of like that.
I kind of like that too.
I don't hate it. I would just surprise me.
A way to soft launch a spin-off character. Yeah, I kind of like that. Also, Adria Arjona is an actress who is definitely, her stars on the rise. She's had a great last couple years. Hitman with Glenn Powell. Andor. She's in the upcoming Thomas Crown Affair reboot with Michael B. Jordan. Morbius. Which you could see us do a live table reading. Maybe I will play her character in the table reading. We don't know.
Yes.
She was a doctor in that.
Yes, she was some kind of doctor.
Yes. She's great in everything. Big fan of her work. So yeah. Ooh, I hadn't even thought about Wonder Woman. I like that. Even if it's not gonna happen, I like that pick. Yeah, great. Also, thank you to everybody in the chat. Obviously, we're prioritizing reading the super chats, but we appreciate everybody being active in there. I see you, Hannah Basso, Nick Howie's still in there, Dan the Fan, Christian Unpronounceable, Jason Guy Smiley. Thank you all for participating. We'll be throwing that out. Again, what are you, of all the potential Warner Brothers properties that we might learn about today, what are you most excited about? If you weren't here with us yesterday, any thoughts on that Sony panel and the kind of things that were revealed there? My appetite for a brand new day and Beyond the Spider-Verse is whetted.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm very excited for both of those.
Christian Unpronounceable with the super chat, $2, saying also like the stream, everyone watching. Thank you, Christian Unpronounceable, but that is my job to say. Like and subscribe, trash bags. It costs you nothing, but it helps us so much. So please like and subscribe.
Yes. Great. We could also chat about what was your favorite, Abby, I don't know if we've had this conversation on.
Oh, no.
What was your favorite Warner Brothers release from last year?
I also loved Weapons.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect. I had to go see it opening night because we were covering it. And it was maybe my favorite movie of the year. But I also love Superman.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
they had a great year.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, one battle after another blew my mind so hard. Weapons is a very close second for me. A very different movie. But I just think Zach Kreger is such an interesting horror director right now. Like Jordan Peele, he has this comedy background, and I think there's obviously a ton of overlap in terms of setting expectations and then breaking them, whether that is for the surprise of a joke or the shock of a horror beat.
Yeah.
And I think Zach Kreger has managed a way to make his movies utterly horrifying while also fun without being kind of tongue-in-cheek or winky. And I think that's a really fine line to walk, and he does it really well.
Yes, agreed. We got a super chat coming in here. Hannah Basso saying, did y'all see the CinemaCon popcorn buckets? Which has been your fave so far? I've seen a video of them all, and I don't know my fave yet. I think the only ones I've seen, I saw the Masters of the Universe had
I haven't seen any of them yet.
Their bucket and their cup. I believe it was hard to, these buckets and cups have gotten so insane you can't really tell what is what,
Sometimes it could be a bucket, it could be a sculptural lawn ornament.
Yeah, or is it a hat? Is it a tunic? I don't know. But I believe the bucket there was a Castle Grayskull that looked pretty sick. And then the cup was a sword.
Oh,
was He-Man's sword that it was hard to make it out of the image. Yeah, we got another super chat. Thank you, Hannah Basso. Change Comics saying Godzilla -0 trailer is out. Yes, it dropped just about 45 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Looks great. So cool. I was telling Berg as I watched it, it's so cool to see that Toho logo pop up before it.
Also, we completed a poll. I asked everybody, what's the WB property you're most excited for? Their choices were Animaniacs Gritty Reboot or Freakazoid Broadway Musical. I have to say Animaniacs Gritty Reboot won by a mile. So get ready to see Yakko, Wacko, and Dot, all with like deep trauma. One of them probably has like a fentanyl addiction or something. Like they're living in that water tower, but it's like a flop house. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, all the things you loved about Animaniacs.
Yeah. They're trying to get through all the countries in the world, and they just keep getting hung up on France for some reason. Okay, we got another super chat coming in here. Sarah Hatchdorian, I don't know if it's already been shown before, but there is a Supergirl movie poster. Maybe we can find that on the big screen, Brian, if it's out.
Well, is that the one of like her kind of, this is a new
I
one.
got two of them.
Oh,
I like
that's
this.
fun.
Keeping kind of with like the lo-fi punk rock blondie theme established in the early trailers and teasers.
Being sold at Revolve Fest.
What's this at? What, can you read that, Abby? There's a little like at
Taru
Aldebaran.
Good job.
Interesting.
Interesting. I do love how like most content creators, they talk about the Warner Brothers slate. They're like, they got, here's what they got coming out. Supergirl. I'm not interested in that one. And then they go on and list all the other ones.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, whatever. We don't need to get into the politics of any of these releases.
Here we go. Patton Oswalt is taking the stage, jokingly pitching himself as a DC villain like Mr. Mixpitlick or Toymaker. James Gunn, I know you've been getting my texts. Gunn has been invoked. It's only a matter of time before he shows up in person.
I mean, Patton Oswalt runs in that Steve Agee circle of LA comedians, so it's like, I know he's gone to parties at James Gunn's house. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't already appeared in Peacemaker. Again, that is a tweet on the New Rockstars Twitter account that is being written by Eric Voss in the room at CinemaCon. Yes, we got another super chat coming in from Tyler Murakami. Expecting Clayface trailer public release? ? Thanks. Well, let's do the math here. Clayface comes out in October, so we are 6 months out.
Yep.
That would not be too far out of line. When did we get the Supergirl trailer? That was last year.
Yeah, we got into last year.
So that was more than 6 months ahead of the release of Supergirl. So it wouldn't be uncalled for to get a Clayface trailer.
Yeah,
today.
I think they wanted to probably play in front of Supergirl. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Maybe in June. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we got another super chat coming in. Lo-Fi Girl, lore enthusiast. Thank you again. Cast Mason Thames' Flash. Just a thought.
I saw that Colleen Hoover movie with him, and I went on a Saturday night with a bunch of teenagers. He moved, and the whole theater would erupt, just like in noises.
Which movie was this?
It was like me.
Was this like the one where the parents are in the car crash?
Yeah,
Regretting You.
Regretting
together?
You.
Yes.
I was almost gonna say it.
He's of course the live action How to Train Your Dragon gentleman. Okay.
So if they want like the teen heartthrob, then I say they go for him for Flash. I think that would be good.
The Black Phone franchise, sure.
He might be busy.
He might be busy. He might say no to a Flash. Maybe we don't know. I'd be a fool of him. But we got another super chat coming through. Mike Azanego. I hope I pronounced that right, Mike. Over under 20%. Any Arrowverse actor is cast in DCU.
I'm gonna say under. I think they're trying to make a clean break.
Deep under. No Arrowverse. No Arrowverse.
Maybe Grant Gustin.
As who? Who is he going to be cast as?
Yeah. It's gonna be up against Mason Thames.
Yeah.
Or like,
maybe. I mean, a lot of people appeared in that show. I don't think any of the main characters, but like, I'm sure somebody that had a 2-episode arc as a quick villain or something could be recast in an unrelated
I mean,
role
if Echo didn't come back as Mr. Terrific, like,
Yes.
what are we doing?
Yes.
What are we doing?
Also, Mike Azanego, the denomination has an R in front of it. Does that mean it's from Russia?
Russians in chat.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess it was Rhode Island.
Rwanda? Well, they don't have their own currency in Rhode Island.
They
right?
might.
You don't
Oh,
know
that's
about
true.
that. We don't know
Just
what's
go
going
around
on
Smallest-
hand
there.
out quahog shells to everybody.
Nobody's ever been to Rhode Island, so it'd be
I don't-
impossible to
yeah.
confirm.
I think that in New Hampshire, like no one's ever. Do you know anyone from New Hampshire?
I've been to New Hampshire many a time.
But like that
Okay.
is unconfirmed.
But did you see people there? Did you
no,
see people?
no, it was a ghost town. Yeah.
Okay, so again, the Warner Brothers panel has started. Usually these panels kind of start with a lot of preamble. The people from the studio come out. Maybe they
Yeah.
talk about industry stuff. This CinemaCon is a convention for theater operators and owners. So the guy that owns the AMC or the Cinemark or the Regal in your town, or the regional manager or the head of marketing at those companies, all of those people are there, much like you would go to an insurance salesman or a dentist convention or whatever. This is a convention for those people. It just happens to be that they are pitching these people on the biggest and best movies of the year, and occasionally some fine YouTubers are able to sneak in there and report out what is said. So, but they often start these panels with just a lot of like industry jargon,
Yeah.
as they are trying to convince all these theater owners, like, hey, carry our movies and also spend money on marketing, and why don't you upgrade your seats and your air conditioning and your screens and everything like that, so that our two industries that need to work together can continue to do so.
True.
Okay. Pam Abdi and Mike DeLuca are coming out on stage, according to Hannah Basso, 1938. And there's just a membership chat, but still, thank you, Hannah Basso, for being with us.
Also, shout out to Begsy1234, became a YouTube member. Thank you for your service. Okay. Yep. Brian just saluted you. It was off camera, but I'm sure you felt it
Yeah.
in wherever you are. Okay. And then Eric has added onto the tweet about Patton Oswalt hosting. Seriously, James Gunn, take him up on this. It worked for Jason Momoa and Lobo. It should work for Patton and Mr. Mxyzptlk.
Also, I don't know how many of you watched Patton's MODOK show that Stupid Buddy produced. It was weird but great. It was a delightful comedic romp through the world of supervillainry, the likes of which we have not seen since Venture Brothers went off the air.
Yeah. Also, Patton Oswalt, that kind of energy could work in the Daily Planet newsroom.
Yes.
Yeah, right beside Beck Bennett and
Yes.
Hector Gazondo and all those folks. Yeah.
We've got Mike Azanego saying he's from Brazil. Lol. The currency is called real.
Real.
We'll
Okay.
believe it when we see it, Mike. I think you're from Rhode Island.
Okay. Rhode Island, often called the Brazil.
The Brazil of the Northeast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out Brazil. Okay, great. We can also, while we're here, again, we're going to be streaming today and the next 2 days, and we're going to be streaming till presumptively the end of this panel, which will go a couple hours. We appreciate everybody that's watching now or that will be arriving. Tomorrow, we've got the Universal panel. Sorry, Brian, is there a super chat we need to get to? In the meantime, I was about to...
Super chat, but it was an interesting question.
Oh, go. Kick it with the interesting question.
Well, Shri asks, over under 20%, they announce whether Reeves' Batman is DCU or not, or will they even touch that?
I think James Gunn has already been pretty clear about Batman occupying its own, almost like an Elseworlds thing, occupying its own corner of the DC universe, and that it's not going to connect to Batman and to Superman and the rest. The thing that's interesting to me is the trailer for Lanterns, which I recognize I am alone in being excited for.
No, you're not alone. I'm
No,
super excited
Abby
for it.
told me the youths are not into it because there's not enough green.
That was a hot take from him.
Yeah. But
Dummies.
But the Lanterns does introduce a tone that is definitely in conversation with the Superman movie. That may wind up being something that could be a sort of bridge between the two. So I don't think Batman is going to be part of that broader DCU. I think it's going to exist in its own little bubble. I'm totally okay with that.
When you say the Batman.
The Batman. There will
yes.
be a different Batman that pops up.
And again, James Gunn has said that they have this Brave and the Bold movie in development. As far as we know, there's not an approved script that hasn't been greenlit or slated or anything like that. Maybe that news comes out here. Yeah. So they want to keep those universes separate. I think also because James Gunn knows the math, and he's like, Matt Reeves takes a while to make movies. James Gunn has said as much, that he works good, but he works slow. So he doesn't want to have to wait 6 years or whatever in between every Batman movie. Also, James Gunn maybe wants to have his own take on Batman.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
And that could be the Brave and the Bold. It could be a very different take than the Pattinson Reeves version.
I'm okay with there being multiple parallel Batman movies. You know, like that doesn't confuse me. That doesn't faze me.
We currently, in between 2026 and 2027, we will have 4 different representations of Spider-Man. Right? We will have Tom Holland, we will have Spider-Verse, we will have Spider-Noir, and we will have your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Oh, 5, because Spidey and Friends is one of the most popular kids shows in the universe. Is anybody complaining that there's too much Spider-Man?
No.
We can handle a couple Batman, especially if they were tonally and stylistically different.
You know, like the only problem anyone's ever had with a Batman is not that there's too many, it's just that it sucks. You know, like when we got Affleck Batman, I think everybody was like, oh man, you know, like
that's a take that absolutely 0 people have a problem with, Berg, because I'm pretty sure everybody agrees that the whole Snyder thing is dead and done and was worthless, right?
We got another super chat coming in. We've got Mikey Cheers, season 2, Kyle Rayner.
What?
Mikey, give me more context.
I assume that is a Green Lantern character, and you're talking about a season 2 of Lanterns. Is that correct, Brian? Okay. I don't know. I'm not. I am super jazzed for the Lantern show. I've not read many Lanterns comics, so I do not know the deep.
Oh, and
Lantern
we've got
core.
a new tweet. Warner Brothers announces a new label, Clockwork, a new division for original films for global audience. The first film under this label, TMO, produced by Sean Baker from Anora, and of course, Florida Project, Tangerine, great many other things, will release in 2027. I am a sucker for Sean Baker. I have no idea what this movie is about. I don't care. I'll go see it.
And he's producing it, not writing or directing it. Interesting. A new division for original films for global audiences, as opposed to Warner Brothers, that probably makes more box office globally than they do domestically. That's interesting. But I wonder if this is like code for like foreign language films.
Maybe. Or specifically like, hey, we're going to try to target a Chinese audience, a Bollywood audience, you know, like, even if this is a movie that can be enjoyed by everybody, it is fundamentally being made with a different segment of the global population in mind.
What was it called?
TMO?
The label?
TMO.
Oh, Clockwork.
Clockwork.
Love, right? Is the name of the studio. Yeah, that'd be interesting what that means. And of course, like these big studios have like labels underneath them. Fox has Fox Searchlight, and Disney has Touchstone, and all these kinds of things that usually handle smaller movies or different niches. So this is, I guess, a new niche they're covering. We've got a new super chat.
Before the super chat, we missed this update here
on DeLuca says WB released 11 films in 2025, plan to release 14 in 2026, and 18 in 2027.
Okay.
Hey, DeLuca, I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, they're in charge.
I don't know. I believe them.
They're in charge. I think everybody's trying to like calm the Paramount jitters. I'm taking it all.
And they are right. Like one of the biggest complaints from the movie theaters has been a lack of product. Right, they are not getting enough big movies from the studios to keep people coming back every week to movie theaters. That's why we're re-releasing Speed Racer in the coming weeks, and like Jaws comes out every year or whatever.
Yeah,
they're doing that. People want to see those movies on the big screen, but also there's not enough new movies to fill all the screens, right? So I think that's nice that they're saying they are ramping up production. And
would love that. It would be so good for the city. We got another super chat coming in per Brian's hand. Yuka Prieta, Alan Richson Reacher, my God, has been interested in the role of Kyle Rayner, I presume.
Yes.
This seems like a follow-up to the last one.
Or was that Batman?
He was in talks for Batman, I know, but I don't think anything ever like conclusive happened with that. And then he beat up a guy on a motorcycle.
Well, that guy did start.
That guy did start it. But he finished it.
Too big for Batman? Hashtag too big for Batman?
TBFB?
Maybe he looked good in the Batman costume, but like believable as Bruce Wayne? Wow, Bruce Wayne is 6'7" and 290 pounds.
We got another super chat coming in here. Frederick Price, 5407, executive producer Frederick Price. Thank you so much for your support over the years. $20 super chat. Hope to see you guys Friday in Hollywood. And I hope Dune and Avengers don't cannibalize each other on December 18th. As exciting as the cinematic showdown is, I hope somebody moves their date, even if Dune is already pre-sold IMAX.
Okay, let's talk about it right now. Let's
Yeah.
assume Dune's Day is happening. Both those movies are releasing the same day. Good or bad for humanity? Over under 20%.
I think over good for humanity.
Yes! Too much of a good thing?
I think, you know what, I totally hear the concern about cannibalization of audiences. I also think like the hardcore audiences will go see both. Both of those movies are going to make a crap ton of money. I love a weekend where I have so many movies to see that I have to choose. I miss so dearly being at the ArcLight, you know, pre-pandemic, and being there for a midnight showing and having there be like 4 big blockbusters coming out the same night, running into friends in the lobby and be like, what are you seeing? What are you seeing? I'm seeing Hunger Games. I'm seeing Harry Potter. I'm seeing Marvel. You know, like I miss that energy. It's really a nice thing to have in a theater. And I hope that we can get a lot more of this kind of cross-pollination. Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm stressed about going to the theater that weekend.
Oh, just like parking lots are going to be
Yeah,
slammed.
just like every theater is gonna be full. I mean, well, maybe the Avengers ones. I feel like Dune is like for the people with like taste. No
Hell
shade.
yeah.
No shade. You know what I mean though? It's just like the locals will all see Avengers and the fans. And me. I'm not
But you
trying
think
to shade
Zach
them.
and I are going to be showing up with monocles and
I
cummerbunds?
bought the IMAX
Oh.
9 months out.
70 millimeter
So-
IMAX.
yeah.
Go to
I bought that,
nerdright.shop,
so-
get our formats t-shirt.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, let me real quickly plug this shirt. So we literally, this might be live as of 5 minutes ago. Nerdriot.shop.
I'm
We
ordering
put
one.
together this formats. It's called the aspect ratio shirt. And it's kind of like that Ryan Coogler video that he made for Sinners. This shows all of the relative sizes of different screens from millimeter, regular IMAX, 70 millimeter standard, CinemaScope, all of these. It's just a nice minimalist design. Get that. Also, we got your Spider-Mans. We got your Mandalorian and Grogu's. You can wear all these shirts at the same time.
It's like Joey from Friends.
Yeah, you can put on all of Chandler's clothes and do a
Yeah.
bunch of deep knee lunges.
To get back to the Doomsday of it all, I appreciate both your points. I think it's like people keep talking about it like Barbenheimer, and it isn't like Barbenheimer. Those are two very different movies.
The same audience.
Yeah.
With different audiences, different everything. These movies have a lot more overlap. They're both, similar genres, kind of sci-fi, superhero. But again, like as somebody who's in the target demo and is super excited for both those movies, I mean, I'm just gonna have to carve out time that weekend to see both. Also, people have pointed out Barbenheimer was in the summer, which is also time people have vacations and time off. But like these movies coming out around Christmas, when for movie theaters every day is a Saturday,
Yeah.
right? And like you can go see this, you'll be off school or out of work or whatever on the 22nd, on the 23rd, on the 24th, on the whatever, right? Like people will be seeing this over the 3 weeks after. And I think like these movies are both big enough and hopefully will be good enough that like, yeah, everybody will just find time to see it. And like, who cares if if each of them moved 1 week in any direction? I don't know if that makes a big difference.
I mean, I saw Dune Part 2 in theaters twice. To me, that's the same as going to see one and then a Doomsday. We got another super chat. I'm seeing Brian's hand raised back there. Marvel Pirate, $5. Thank you for your donation, Marvel Pirate. This is a creepy. Can you see this creepy little icon?
Scary face.
Terrifying, Marvel
It's a Marvel
Pirate. What's
Pirate.
going on there? We got another one coming up here. Would you rather, Mikey Cheers, $2 donation, would you rather Johnny Quest or Mighty Max live action? I was a Johnny Quest kid
Okay,
for sure.
fair. I'm not that familiar with either of those franchises.
Mighty Max I never knew, but Johnny
Is
Quest I
Mighty
loved.
Max a mouse?
No, I think Mighty Max was a tiny guy, right?
Yeah, that
There
sounds
was Mighty
right.
Mouse, which was
like
something
like
different.
Thumbelina meets G.I. Joe. Is
Yeah, a
that
little bit.
accurate? Or Mikey Cheers, I love your wavelength.
Yeah, I
You're
think so,
asking
yeah.
about relatively obscure Green Lantern characters. You're bringing up Mighty Max live action. You're playing by your own rules.
Is he the Arrowverse one?
Yeah, you might have
Okay.
been bringing up Arrowverse stuff repeatedly. More power to you. We got some more super chats coming through. Porcelain Tank, that's a name right there.
Yeah.
I really wanted Pattinson as the DCU Batman till I found out that Paul Anthony Kelly, JFK Jr. in Love Story, existed.
That's a good one.
So you're saying, have you been watching the love story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does he play JFK Jr. or Carolyn Bessette?
JFK Jr.
I can't read.
Porcelain Tank said that. He's good. I don't know how I feel about Pattinson not being. I'm okay with him over there.
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel about
But that-
Paul Anthony Kelly if he was like the main DCU?
If he's like
Batman?
James Gunn's
I
Batman.
would have to. I'm still confused on what kind of Batman James Gunn is gonna do.
And I will say, James Gunn, over his career, has shown a preference for maybe plucking actors that are lesser known, smaller names, maybe have been doing more TV work or haven't been the stars of big franchises. So, like, might make sense to pull somebody from a popular TV series that hasn't done a bunch of big movies.
We've got a Clayface update.
Okay.
Clayface footage appears in the opening Warner Brothers montage. There's a red title card and one shot. Tom Rhys-Harris as actor Matt Hagen, Clayface, smiling on a red carpet. A fuller trailer is likely coming soon.
I like the concept of Eric putting the eye emoji in.
You know, it's so funny because as an elder millennial, finding an emoji always takes so long. I just get frustrated and hit send without it. I can't do it unless I'm texting with my daughter, in which case I have to do it.
Yeah.
I do like that we're seeing, like, in universe, the Matt Hagen character on a red carpet, right? Kind of confirming he's playing an actor, right? Like maybe an actor who's found some success. That's interesting. Yeah, we got another super chat coming in. Our Brazilian friend
Our
here.
Brazilian buddy, Mike Azanego.
Yesterday, someone asked about Two Gun Kid. Do you think there will ever be a good Jonah Hex movie or any other superhero western well made?
A good Jonah Hex movie exists. I don't know what they're talking about.
Well, so you're standing for the Josh Brolin Jonah Hex?
I think,
And we were talking about people with good taste go see Dune 3.
I would say Logan is not explicitly a Western, but has very Western themes.
Yeah.
I think that we will get a good superhero Western movie made. The Western I want to see, and maybe this falls into the superhero thing, is there's an album called Death Western by a band called Spirit World that is a heavy metal exploration of some kind of demon exploding in the West. Make that movie. That's the movie I want to see. That's the movie I want to see.
It's not really a comic book. But
No,
that's
it's not,
interesting
but it
to
should be, is
adapt
my
a
point.
concept album. Okay.
Okay, Brian, we got another super chat coming in. BJ Wilfreys, $5, over under 20%. Do you think this Thursday Disney panel they will do another chair reveal for Doomsday? That's a great question.
I mean, if Eric and Jessica walk into that conference hall on Thursday and there's a whole shit ton of chairs set up on stage, and just one by one, Kevin Feige flips them around to
It's
show a
like The
name.
Voice.
Or
they flip.
how about they got the same 54 or whatever, however many chairs there were laid out, and each actor comes out.
That would
and
be
sits
incredible.
in the chair. I mean, what a flex! I like that over under. I think like chairs might get incorporated. I without getting too specific about it, I like
there
where your
will
head's
be
at.
chairs in the room. We could guarantee that
I
on
feel
the
like
over.
Doomsday should embrace the chairs more.
Absolutely.
I feel like they did that,
It was
and it was
great,
iconic,
yeah.
and then they dropped it.
Well, I mean, there's still time.
No, I know, but it's like they could have done that with like Chris Evans officially in it.
Yeah.
Like that would have been fun. So
If
maybe
they had just
could.
had, instead of their countdown clock, a YouTube thing that was just a chair that was yet to be flipped around,
Yeah.
people would be watching that. Okay, we got another super chat here. Sup Berg from Marvel Pirate. Sup Marvel Pirate, you get it, my dude.
Just wanted to show you his creepy
Yeah, I know.
avatar face again.
Saying, another $2 super chat. It was a project from AP Ceramics. Well, sir, I hope that you got college credit for that creepy doll you
They're
made.
offering advanced placement ceramics now?
Yeah.
Look at the project. Clearly deserved. Much deserved.
Wow.
Looks like something out of like a Nightmare James Wan movie.
I mean, why was I busy taking like algebra and like English and shit like that in
Yeah.
high school? I would have just been taking
ceramics.
AP ceramics. Damn. More super chats coming through the pipeline. Thank you, everybody. Mafeep9, Maffy P, over under 20%. Thank you for adhering to the template. We get an Elseworld title announced, and if you could pitch one to Gunn, what would it be? I like where your head's at.
Superman Red Sun. That's the Elseworld I want. Superman Red Sun. You get Batman in the little hat with the flaps. That's the best one. Absolutely.
Okay. I wonder if maybe that's the Batman route. Rather than sparking confusion about like we've got, I guess like the Batman is already kind of an Elseworld.
Yeah.
But like, what if you did like Wild West Batman or something like that?
I'd love that.
You know?
Kind of like what was the show with Bruce Campbell, Adventures of Briscoe County Jr.,
Yes.
where he always had a bunch of gadgets? That with Batman, that goes. Him and John Astin, that was a great show.
Maybe that's how James Gunn tackles Joker. We already have a rich history of Elseworld Jokers.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Absolute Batman. We're getting some pictures. in the
But I
stream.
like where your head's at. If that could be the next project, because again, we don't know what is coming for DC after Man of Tomorrow next year. They might even have another movie next year. We don't know yet. So like, if we got some kind of announcement like that, that would be really cool.
To me, the Elseworld thing has always felt like he's like planning on doing it, but that's just mostly so that he can, like, people can do Batman 2 and not throw a fit.
Yeah, but also that's great. You know,
Yeah.
like I think the Elseworlds approach is something that Marvel kind of dipped a toe into with What If, you know, and then like sort of like What If wound up becoming like too kind of convoluted over the course of 3 seasons instead of just like spin-off things. But Marvel Zombies and X-Men 97, I think, are a great example of Marvel Elseworld properties, you know, that are just Elseworlds by different names.
Yeah.
I think they could do more of that. You know, like Daredevil Born Again is maybe kind of becoming that. It's not super connected to everything else.
You know, maybe DC uses animation to kind of satisfy that
Yeah.
itch too. If this dynamic duo animated film is still going to happen, maybe that is an Elseworld that does not, you know, coincide with the Corn Sweat DCU. I like that potential. Okay, still no Tom Cruise on stage. Frankly, do you think his parachute is
Elseworlds movie.
caught
What's your
in
Elseworlds movie?
Arrowverse.
Already exists.
No, but like make it a movie. like the Crisis on Infinite Earths again, but a movie.
I know at least one ticket buyer that is ready.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not even making fun of the Arrowverse person in the chat. I'm serious.
Okay.
I know you're serious.
We got
I
another
can
super
tell.
chat coming in,
I love this
Ryan. Jared LT78 over under. Thank you for your adherence to the format. Do you think on Thursday's MGM show we get a trailer or stills of Voltron?
I mean, that would drive a certain age of nerd that would go gaga for that. I mean, because for those of us who are like, I'm just a little too young to remember Voltron fully, but like I know it inspired Transformers and Power Rangers.
And there's been, is it Voltron Rising? What is the animated series? Yeah, Voltron Rising. It's been on Netflix, I believe,
What's
over the last couple
coming
years.
out that's Voltron?
I guess is there
Maybe
a
Voltron.
live action Voltron? That,
I've not heard about it, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. We got another super chat coming in. Fuck, marry, kill. Papa Smurf, Snap of the Rice Krispies, but Buddy. I'm presuming Buddy the elf from.
Will
No,
Ferrell's?
there's like a cereal one.
There's a cereal Buddy,
I'm like pretty sure. From like
but Papa Smurf's not a cereal
he's
guy.
like on isn't there like another one?
Nothing's coming
Or
out.
was it just elves?
I'm gonna
Oh,
say
are
this.
these 3 elves?
I'm gonna say this: if Buddy is in there, you got to marry Buddy. He's just too much fun.
Will Ferrell?
I think you fuck Snap because he's gonna be like a lot of trouble, like, you know, like fun for a little bit, but you don't want to like tie your life to him. You kill Papa Smurf. He's just gonna be all rules. He's like the patriarch of a society. There's too much baggage there. That's my fuck, marry, kill.
I mean, there's only one correct answer here. First off, Buddy is the only humanoid in this group, okay, who's also not animated and is human size. Okay? How do you have sex with something this big? All right?
I'm just saying.
So, you have sex with Buddy, obvious. I would kill Snap only because he's not a fully formed character. He doesn't have like multiple seasons of like storyline and arcs and stuff like that. So it's like I wouldn't feel as bad. And then I marry Papa Smurf, who, you know, could take good care of me probably.
Well, we know Buddy has sex because he has a baby.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
It's
just
true.
saying.
Yeah.
Canon. It's
I
canon.
think you could build a life with Buddy.
It's canon
I guess
that Buddy
that's my
fucks.
point.
Buddy fucks.
Buddy fucks.
Buddy fucks.
The spirit of Christmas. my
Vibey
friends.
Woodchuck. Buddy fucks.
Okay, we got another
Does he
super
know?
chat coming in. Sarah Hatchadorian, $5 super chat. I think we need to discuss the photos of the dog playing Air Bud in the 2026 movie being shown at CinemaCon. The pics are so cute.
I would love to see.
We'll see if we can pull them up. I will say I did watch John Oliver's multiple segments on this new Air Bud movie. It seems like it might be a money laundering scheme or something like that. But I bet the dog is adorable. There's 2 Airbuds.
Why is it a money laundering?
Because they announced the movie before they had the dog cast, and then after they cast the dog, they asked to help raise money. Yeah, look at this Airbud. That's a good boy.
Aww.
Oh, he's got the sneakers on. That's pretty cute.
Okay, it looks cute.
Which one?
But
One of the 2?
you know
One of
what?
the 2.
Our theaters used to be filled with movies starring animals.
Yes.
Okay, your Homeward Bounds, your Air Buds,
Any which way but loose.
your Dunstan Checks In. I
Your
mean,
Hotel for Dogs.
Hotel for Dogs, Snow Dogs, real non-CGI animals.
Marmaduke.
Marmaduke used to be stars in this country.
Hotel for Dogs has one of the best Don Cheadle monologues he's given in his whole career.
Beverly Hills Chihuahua 1 theatrical.
Yeah, that was theatrical.
Yes.
That was theatrical.
Yes.
Yes.
When was the last non-CGI?
Oh, we got New Rockstar's tweet. Godzilla x Kong Supernova will be the next film in the Godzilla Kong franchise at Warner Brothers, coming in 2027.
Yep.
And this is in canon with Monarch that's happening on Apple TV.
And all the Godzilla Kong films that have come before, not related
Godzilla
to Godzilla
minus
-1 or -0, which are happening concurrently. The Japanese produced films. These are the American produced ones. Yes, we got another super chat coming through.
Imagine Barbie movie too.
Imagine
I
it.
could
Would
imagine.
love to. Be great. No complaints.
You know what we will not be seeing at CinemaCon is anything about Greta Gerwig's Narnia movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
It will get a
Because
theatrical
it is
release,
being-
but it's a Netflix
Yes,
thing.
it is being made by Netflix. It will be released for limited, I think, 2 weeks in IMAX theaters, only in IMAX theaters, and then it will be on Netflix. But because Netflix doesn't do theatrical releases, they do not have a presence at
Now,
CinemaCon.
hang on. I'm seeing a Man of Tomorrow tweet we missed. James Gunn, Nicholas Hoult, and David Cornsweet appear in a video montage to plug 2027's Man of Tomorrow. Nicholas Hoult saying Man of Tomorrow continues the Superman saga with a new villain and an unlikely alliance.
Is it that unlikely though?
That Lex and Superman
Yeah.
would join up. That feels pretty unlikely based on the
But,
events of the first
it's
film.
not unlikely in the sense of like we already know that's the vibe.
Yes. Oh, well, like from the announcement and the
Yeah.
posters and stuff, yes.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think it's unlikely in the sense of like, he watched this
I
man
guess they
execute
hated each
a
other.
hot dog vendor in front of
Yeah.
him, and now they're gonna join up, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. But I guess it's not a dissimilar arc from Thor and Loki. You know what I mean? Who, like, the events of Avengers, right? How could you ever reconcile with this man?
And all of a
That's
sudden,
Yeah.
here you are in Dark World, busting him out of
right.
jail.
That's right. More super chats coming through, Brian? Oh, new
New
tweets.
tweet. Oh, Lord of
Okay.
the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum shows a brief preview scene at CinemaCon using footage of Gollum from the Fellowship prologue and new audio from Andy Serkis as Gollum whispering to the One Ring. It is a tale that must never be told, coming December 2027.
Well, if it's a tale that must never be told,
Yeah.
don't make
No,
the
probably
movie.
shouldn't watch it. Yeah, seems bad.
That seems problematic.
Yeah.
We were just talking earlier today. It's been a few years since the live action Hobbit films, which, you know, I think they're kind of little loved, but those movies made so much money.
Each of them made like $1 billion.
Yes,
It's
and
crazy.
so it makes sense. It's kind of wild that we've gone this long without more live action Lord of the Rings stuff. Obviously, there's the Rings of Power on streaming, but yeah, and I think interesting to kind of pass the torch to let Andy Serkis direct this film, in addition to doing mocap for Gollum. We got another super chat coming through. Scarlet Heck saying, any crazy theories on future plot lines of DCU?
I mean, who am I to try to outguess James Gunn? Oh, we got another tweet here. Tom Cruise and Alejandro Inarritu get a standing ovation at CinemaCon as they introduce their 2026 movie Digger.
The movie's not even out yet, and they're getting standing
Standing
ovations.
Well, Tom Cruise saved theaters, and that's a
Yeah.
That's
mild
true.
hyperbole, but it's also kind of true. His insistence on Top Gun Maverick going to theaters and not going to streaming was huge coming out of the pandemic. Obviously, he's been a giant theatrical movie star, never done TV or streaming.
Is that true?
True.
Never.
And
Wow.
there's not a lot of people you can say that about in the year of our Lord 2026.
Yeah, my God. Good
But
on
to go
him.
back to Scarlet Hex, I don't have any crazy theories right now.
I mean, it's like I would love to see something like Kingdom Come, just because that's like such a good story and such a good book. But I don't know if that counts as a crazy theory because it's like a well-known, kind of like sad, but like, like a little bit of a downbeat, everybody coming together for something. But that would be my crazy thing. We got a hand up from Brian. Jared Leto, 78. $5 super chat. Thank you, Jared Leto, for tuning in. We're going to roast you during Morbius on Friday at UCB. Buy your tickets with the link in the chat.
It's all love.
Henry Cavill and Sterling K. Brown are both in live-action Voltron movie, presumably playing one fist and 1 foot each. We cast you as right thigh.
I love Sterling K. Brown, super talented actor. Henry Cavill has interesting taste in projects.
I think he's very charming. I think he's problematic in his life off screen.
Well, and I know
difficult
you're
to reconcile the two.
The world's biggest Enola Holmes fan.
Yeah.
And I know
Love
you
it.
are on pins and needles for this Warhammer film that he's been working on for quite a while. So, interesting. He's also done a lot with MGM Amazon, which makes sense. I believe that's who's producing the Highlander film. He is playing the Highlander, that reboot that is coming out next year, I believe, as well. So it kind of makes sense that they would get him in there. We got more super chats in the pipe. Elijah Perricone. All this over under 20% is taking me back to the tiny forehead kisses and our joke.
I mean, Kingpin's back in the zeitgeist now. We can bring it back. How many tiny kisses do we think Kingpin is going to give out to Daredevil and Bullseye before the end of season 2?
Did we get a tiny kiss on Vanessa's forehead in the last episode?
I bet there is a tiny kiss, and I wasn't paying attention for it. I should have been.
Speaking of Daredevil, which is not a theatrical release, they were not going to be talking about it at CinemaCon, but the Daredevil episode 5
airs tonight,
and our breakdown will be getting uploaded immediately after that.
Tonight,
yes, Eric Voss has figured out the ways to bend space and time, and though he is in Las Vegas watching this panel, he is also making a Daredevil Born Again episode 5 breakdown that will be uploaded at the same time all the other ones have been uploaded.
So when you're done here,
go watch Daredevil
and then come back.
episode 5 breakdown.
Yes.
Alejandro Inarritu saying he shot Digger in VistaVision.
Ooh.
Where's that on your fancy shirt?
I don't. We actually debated whether we should include VistaVision, and I told the designers, don't do that. It was just a silly gimmick that Paul Thomas Anderson did for One Battle After Another. Nobody else is ever going to use VistaVision.
So funny.
Wow.
The story behind VistaVision is fascinating. So it is an anarchic or archaic film format that they used in like the 60s.
It was part of the Cinerama Dome, was VistaVision,
Yes,
right?
that was in Vista. And like there was only a couple screens ever designed for VistaVision and a couple cameras. Paul Thomas Anderson, because he's this like lover of film history, he wanted to shoot it in this format. They had to no new VistaVision cameras have been made in like 40 years. They had to go find the old cameras and tune them up to be able to shoot that movie. So somehow maybe Inarritu got his hands on those after Paul Thomas
I
Anderson
could see
was
that.
done.
Like, I give the camera to you.
Yes. We got more super chats coming through. Just announced Godzilla Minus at Paramount. Yes, that actually
the trailer came out
earlier
today.
out before we started streaming. Yeah, Godzilla Minus Zero, which we were talking about the logic of the naming conventions here. First movie, Godzilla Minus One, makes sense.
Great.
Then you have to add a number. So you go to Godzilla Minus Zero, but Minus Zero is kind of unnecessary, right? Shouldn't it just be Godzilla Zero?
We've got more Digger news. Seems like they're really focusing a lot on Digger, which goes to the WB doing new properties trip. Alejandro Inarritu says he started thinking about the idea of Digger in 2017 and then began talking to Tom Cruise in 2019 while Cruise was shooting Top Gun Maverick. Inarritu calls Cruise's character Digger Rockwell fearless. This role could be the most challenging for Cruise, and Cruise called it a high-wire act, even for a stunt-forward actor like him. Is this going to be the Tom Cruise snuff film he is determined to make?
Well, they've already filmed it, and he didn't die, so...
Yeah, so I guess not. Yeah, he's there.
Or is this the Tom Cruise Oscar project, right? Tom Cruise has been given an honorary Oscar. He has never won an acting Oscar. Inarritu got Leo. his long-delayed first Oscar for The
Revenant?
Revenant.
Yeah.
He didn't. Michael Keaton got nominated for Birdman, didn't end up winning. Inarritu has done those movies in addition to Babel. Most recently, he did Bardo, a Netflix movie nobody watched.
Birdman was also right before Revenant, right? Didn't Birdman and Revenant come out 1 year after the other?
Yes, they did. 2014, 2015. Good call. So really talented director. This is different. Tom Cruise has not made a non-Top Gun, non-Mission Impossible movie in quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this
It'll be
is
good.
interesting.
I'm going to make a movie right now called Berg Runs to the Restroom as Fast as He Can and Comes Back Without Missing News. I Shall Return.
Yes.
Good luck.
I Shall Return in the sequel. Berg makes it back from the restroom.
The last non-Mission Impossible Top Gun movie that Tom Cruise made was in 2017, American Made. Right before the same year, he made The Mummy. Ironic that next week we're getting a new Mummy movie that won't be starring Tom Cruise, and is not canon with that one. We'll get Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Also next year, I think we're getting Rachel Weisz and
Yes.
and
Mummy 4.
yeah,
Brendan Fraser.
and Brendan Fraser coming back for that franchise, unrelated to Lee Cronin's Mummy. Anybody can make a movie and call it The Mummy. Yeah, we got more super chats coming through. Colton Nielsen, living for Abby's energy, restoring the Arrowverse. You've carved out a niche in the fandom there, Abby.
We exist. You can't silence us.
Okay, we got some more super chats. Thank you all. Marvel Pirate, our ceramics friend. What allows studios to release IMAX tickets early? Do we think that Dune released IMAX tickets before this on purpose? Yeah, so famously last year, the IMAX 70mm tickets for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey sold out in 10 minutes or whatever. There's a very limited number of IMAX 70mm screens in this country, in the world, I guess. And IMAX is this interesting company where they license their technology both to movie studios, and then they manufacture filmmaking technology, cameras and things like that filmmakers use. And so like they don't technically own any theaters, right? Regal and AMC and Cinemark and all these places, they kind of license the ability to have IMAX projectors and things like that. So that is, but they have kind of these special arrangements. So like you didn't buy an IMAX ticket through the IMAX website or whatever, right? Like the studios work with the theater owners to sell these special tickets ahead of time. It's just a promotional stunt, and it kind of appeals to the most hardcore fans that want to see their certain film format. But it is, I think you're absolutely right. It is kind of I think it's just a stunt to get your movie that is way ahead of time. Typically, movie tickets don't go on sale until 30 days out from when the film releases, but you can sell them whenever.
Yeah.
Right? They usually kind of wait because they want to really saturate their marketing budget in a narrow window to really get everybody. Because most people don't want to buy a movie ticket for 6 months from now. We don't even know if we're going to be standing at that time or if the world will exist or whatever. It's a very limited subset of people. So that's why they typically don't, but there's nothing stopping them from doing that. Yes, we got more super chats coming in. Thank you for that question, Marvel Pirate.
We do, but we got a tweet update.
Oh, we got a new tweet.
Cast for Digger includes Tom Cruise, John Goodman, Jesse Plemons, Riz Ahmed, and Sandra Huller.
That's a stacked cast.
That is a stacked cast.
I love Riz Ahmed, man. I'm such a fan.
All those names are excellent. Sandra Hüller, of course, recently seen in Project Hail Mary.
Yes.
Yep.
And had that great year like 2 years ago with Zone of Interest and Anatomy of a Fall. Super talented German actress. John Goodman, Jesse Plemons, Riz Ahmed. Killers. More super chats, Bryant? Over under 20%. Lex Luthor gets pregnant with Connor, Superboy, at the end of Man of Tomorrow.
So almost like a Man of Tomorrow Junior crossover. Junior being the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Get pregnant?
And maybe like the movie ends with like Lex looking at the camera and being like, speaking of Man of Tomorrow.
I'm going to say under 20%.
Under 20.
As much as I do think the over makes for a really interesting third act.
Thank you, Lonely Guacamole. You're currently leader in the clubhouse and it's stiff competition for craziest super chat. But again, it is competitive right now.
Who has the highest one?
I think that's still our friend Frederick Price with the $20 super chat. I drink a bureau in your name. As of now, Frederick.
Ooh, we
on
got
Thursday.
a poster for Hunt for Gollum.
Okay.
Ian McKellen coming back as Gandalf. Kate Winslet as Marigold. Jamie Dornan as Strider, Aragorn for the uninitiated. Leo Woodall as Halvard. Lee Pace as Thranduil.
Ooh.
Okay. And Elijah Wood is a little-known character named Frodo
And now,
Baggins.
am I incorrect? Has Lee Pace already played an elf in one of these movies?
He has elf. He has Lord of the Rings energy.
He was. I think he might have been a dark elf in like the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well,
movie,
he was Ronan the Accuser in
Yes,
Guardians
yes,
of the Galaxy,
yes.
but hasn't he been in Lord of the Rings? Am I just confusing the 1,000 other things that Lee Pace has
I thought
done?
someone
Maybe.
else was Aragorn.
I think that is who that like Thranduil is who he is in the.
Oh, he's
Oh, it
back.
is.
He has played that role before.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. And now, yeah,
He was in The Hobbit. Yeah. That's
yes,
why.
he was in the Hobbit films. Okay. So this movie's timeline is before the events of Lord of the Rings, right? It's in between The Hobbit and Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings, I believe is where this is set. So it makes sense that somebody like Ian McKellen or Lee Pace would be playing their same character from either of those franchises. Wizards live for like 1,000 years in Middle Earth, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
knock on wood. Ian McKellen, international treasure. Hopefully we get 20 more years of him making films.
He's so good.
Isn't it funny that he's like, at least to me, known for these like old man roles, and he's been doing them for like 30 years.
He's been old for 25 years.
Yeah.
He's been old for my entire life. There's a certain
Yeah.
subset of actor, Tommy Lee Jones, Robert
Old.
Duvall,
Yeah.
Gene Hackman. That you see movies they made in the 70s, they were already old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
60 years ago, they were old. They don't make them like that anymore. Now everybody looks young forever.
We got Nick Howie, $22.75, $5 Kiwi super chat. Hunt for Gollum cast announcement trailer out via Fandango, and we've got it here during this poster. But thank you just the same for the
Hey,
heads up.
are
Nick
they
Howie.
shooting it down in your neck of the woods, Nick Howie?
It must be.
in
It
his
must be.
backyard, actually.
All right, we got a hand up from Brian, new super chatting coming. Eric Hendershot, 9802, $5 super chat. They will not mention Voltron at CinemaCon. Amazon already announced it will stream on Prime only. CinemaCon only for theatrical
My
releases.
man, you're
Well, there
bringing
we go.
facts. You're bringing valuable information, Eric Hendershot, that we were not bringing, mostly because I hadn't heard about that film at all. Makes sense now. It is not getting a theatrical release. Amazon, right? Amazon bought MGM Studios a number of years ago. They've kind of, been hit or miss. They've put out movies in theaters like Project Hail Mary recently has been kind of their biggest hit. They've had less success. They also put out the Melania documentary. They put out Red One, some other stuff. They've, famously, some movies that the creators thought were going to get to go to theaters, like the Roadhouse reboot with Jake Gyllenhaal, they did not put in theaters. They only put that on Prime. So, hopefully they are going to continue to make a commitment to theatrical releases. There's some speculation in their panel at CinemaCon, which is tomorrow, I believe.
Yes.
We might get a James Bond news. Amy Pascal's working on it. You know what I mean? Denis Villeneuve working on it.
Maybe.
But we don't know who's in it.
We are getting some James Bond, the ending of 007 First Light, the upcoming James Bond single-player action-adventure game for consoles, leaked via a ratings board submission earlier this week. So there's Bond in the air. We will not have to wait long for new Bond.
It's been one of the larger gaps between Bond movies, the current one we are experiencing. So I'm excited to see where that franchise goes. Also, Denis can do no wrong. I'm kind of sad we're losing him for sci-fi epics and maybe original films.
I know.
But I'm excited to see what he does with Bond.
Also, maybe he makes James Bond a sci-fi epic. Maybe it's like Bond
hell
versus an alien.
Bond goes to space.
It could be Moonraker. What if he just does Moonraker?
What if it's just Bond is on Arrakis?
Yes, love that. Love that. Sandy Bond.
Oh.
Give me that Sandy Bond.
Ooh,
Put Bond in a still suit, but the still suit has gadgets.
Oh yeah, and he's fucking.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Infiltrating the Harkonnens. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
As the prophecy foretold. Okay. So yeah, we are patiently refreshing here as we get more and more news coming out about Warner Brothers properties.
In theory, this panel ends at 6 p.m. Is that correct? Or
Yeah.
6:30?
Yeah, and I don't know how much they have a heart out. So obviously they're holding DC. That might be their
That might
big
be the
capper at
end.
the end. DC and Dune are probably going to be their big tent poles here that they're going to announce at the end. Yeah, we got more super chats coming in, Brian. Maffy P, $20.01 just to get the Bureau shout out.
It's yours.
My man.
It's yours, Maffy.
Okay,
Maffy P.
Now who has $20.02?
Yeah, I know.
Or $21.
All right, another super chat coming up here. Poweezy, $2. Just want to say hi. Big fan, love the channel. Hey, thank you so much. These direct super chats mean a lot to us.
How easy. Thanks for watching. Thanks everybody for being here, watching this with us. I know, like, conceptually, watching a group of people slowly read tweets from their coworker who's at a more interesting event, you know, on paper, I understand that's not killer content, okay? But because of you guys, because of Brian here, it is fun.
We're making it happen.
We're having fun.
We got another super chat here from Marvel Pirate, $2 super chat. That creepy goddamn thing again. So IMAX is growing control over release. Thoughts?
Yeah, so this is interesting. There's been some good writing in the Hollywood Reporter and some other industry trades recently about, so over a big trend over the last 10 years has been the growing importance of PLF, premium large formats, over the theatrical experience, right? Average ticket prices have gone up a lot over the last 10 years, and a big part of that is a higher percentage of tickets are people paying extra to go see things in IMAX, 4DX.
Real quick, hold
Dolby.
that thought. We got a Digger trailer revealed at CinemaCon with description by Eric Voss. The film tells the story of Digger Rockwell, Tom Cruise, an oil baron who's drilling on the ice shelf of Greenland, causes the breaking of massive icebergs that threaten billions of lives worldwide. John Goodman plays the U.S. president who tasks Rockwell to fix the crisis that escalates into a global nuclear war. The film looks incredible. Think Dr. Strangelove meets Birdman meets Don't Look Up meets The Death of Stalin. I love Death of Stalin. Already it looks like this year's one battle after another. The production design is surrealistic and hilarious and terrifying. Cruise is under heavy prosthetics, but gives a performance reminiscent of Tropic Thunder, LFG, which must stand for Little Fat Guy.
Which Tom Cruise might be playing in this movie.
Might be playing.
A heavily prosthetics Tom Cruise playing a maniac billionaire who has to save the world.
I'm all for it.
Wild
I don't
shit.
think it needs a trailer. I think we're in.
We're in. We got another update here. Now they're coming in fast. So what happened with Sony yesterday? They start coming in fast towards the end. The end of Oak Street footage shown at CinemaCon, an expanded version of the amazing trailer that dropped online in late March. New shots include a T-Rex chasing the family across suburban front lawn.
Again, this is an original film. We don't really know anything about the plot other than what we've seen in trailers. It's kind of being closely guarded. Very exciting. Starring Anne Hathaway, Ewan McGregor, from the director of It Follows, David Robert Mitchell. So he can do kind of creepy.
It Follows was great. Yeah.
I really disliked Under the Silver Lake, the Andrew Garfield movie he made after that, but that's my personal preference. Excited for this. So back to PLFs, right?
Yeah.
And so as is becoming increasingly important for movies to get as many of those PLF screens because that kind of boosts their box office. Also, there's the thinking that like sometimes it might push people over the edge. They weren't considering going to a movie, but oh, it's playing in IMAX. That'll be a fun experience.
$25 for a regular movie ticket? No. $30 for an IMAX ticket? Yes.
So there's a lot of jockeying there, but IMAX gives preference to films that were shot in IMAX. Dune 3 was shot in IMAX. Christopher Nolan's Odyssey was shot entirely, I believe, in 70mm IMAX.
Yeah.
And there's all kinds of things. You can adapt a movie that was not shot in IMAX to play in IMAX, but obviously it hits a little different if they were using IMAX cameras and it's IMAX things. So all this is to say, yeah, it's a weird negotiating tactic these movies use. Famously, because Denis Villeneuve used IMAX cameras to shoot Dune, IMAX was like, yeah, you can have all that IMAX screens for your release. And then Avengers Doomsday was like, hey, it's us, the little guy in the corner that's making one of the biggest movies ever.
Yeah.
Can we have some IMAX screens? And they're like, no, you cannot. You did not use our cameras. And we've already promised them to this guy over here. So Avengers Doomsday, for at least the first 2 weeks of its release, will not be on IMAX screens. Now, you could probably see it in 4DX or all the other PLFs.
Sure. Yeah, you'll be able to see it on a big screen.
Dolby, laser, all the whatever. And also, the other thing, too, is all the cinema chains resent IMAX. because it has become a bigger brand than they have, and they feel, and they don't get to keep all of the money, right? They have to pay kind of residuals to IMAX, and so they are all trying to develop their own PLF brands concurrent, and so that's why, like our local AMC, you walk in there and there's an IMAX over here, and then there's a Dolby over here, and AMC would probably prefer you go see the Dolby, where they get to keep all the money. We're getting
And they just added that Screen X.
Screen X.
Is that the new
That's
one?
been around for a minute. Yeah, but that, you mean here
Yeah.
at our local theater?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I see you, Jay Izzy. Sorry, we've been having a lot of stuff going on here. Brian, I got another hand up back there. What's up? What's up next on the Ninja Stream Ninja? Super chat from Sarah Hatchadorian. Sue for the bureau. Are you counting super chat totals if people sent in multiple over the week?
Yes. I'll go through the logs and I'll tabulate everything. I'll drink one bureau for most total super chats, one bureau for biggest individual. And you know what, Sarah Hatchadorian? Anytime I drink a bureau, it's for you.
Aw.
Maybe I'll find something like incredibly spicy to eat. Like I'll go get like a jitlada curry, and whoever.
Ooh-wee.
For those of you who don't live in LA, a jitlada curry is no joke.
Dude, here's the thing. There's spicy food. There's like hot ones type spicy. Then you go to a Thai restaurant.
It's different.
Like a good, like authentic Thai restaurant.
Yeah.
And it's like there's levels to it that you didn't know existed. That's all I'm
Yes.
gonna say. We got Begsy1234 sending in a gift membership. Thank you, Begsy.
Begsy.
Who gets it?
It went to Matt Zake YT. Received that gift membership by Begsy1234.
Congrats.
That's the superhero team up we've been looking for. Not all heroes wear capes. A lot of them give out YouTube gift memberships, and we celebrate you. We thank you. You keep this channel going more literally than you may know.
If the lights start to dim, it's because we didn't get enough super chats.
Yeah. It's like, you got to clap for Tinkerbell
The bills
so that
are coming
she stays
due.
alive.
The bills are coming due.
So we're getting towards the end of the WB panel here. We haven't. We're still waiting on what could be some pretty big news. We're hearing chatter that we have an Evil Dead Burn trailer that came out.
And you know that trailer is nasty.
It's gonna be nasty. I mean, the director of Evil Dead Rise, which I liked quite a bit, has The Mummy, which is coming out in theaters
Yes.
very soon. Lee Cronin. I'm excited for that. I don't know who directed Evil Dead Burn off the top of my head.
It is Sebastian Vanasek.
That's not a
whose
name I'm
name does
familiar
not
with.
ring a bell, but he has previously directed something called Infested and something called Crocs. Great thing about, especially the Evil Dead franchise, they've been kind of plucking these foreign directors who have shown some promise maybe in foreign language films and letting them go. And there's a rich history of that. Even Fede Alvarez, who didn't he do an Evil Dead?
He did the Evil Dead kind of
reboot, and then most recently did Alien Romulus.
Alien Romulus. Yeah.
And it's like there's something about film is a universal language, and certainly like horror and terror are kind of universal languages that translate really well.
I mean, there's a lot of my girlfriend is super into horror, so I wind up watching a lot of. She's like deep in on like the subgenres of Korean horror that I'll never be familiar with. But there's a ton of great international horror, and it's fun because it draws from such a cultural background that is so divorced from the American cultural background that it surprises you in different ways. It really gets around a lot of the formulaic stuff in a way I really enjoy.
I love that. I feel this way about foreign crime movies as well. I always appreciate when I don't recognize any of the actors. I feel like you can lose yourself a little bit more in the story. Because it's like, as much as I love a movie star and like, oh, it's Scarlett Johansson, it's hard for me to forget that it's Scarlett Johansson and not a woman in peril or whatever,
Anyways, go watch Ganjam Haunted Asylum. It's not going to blow your mind, but it's like a real solid. You get your sign it up.
Have we talked about Cure before?
About what?
Cure?
No.
That's I believe, a Japanese horror movie. Ooh-wee. That's a good one too. Okay.
Pretty good. Okay, we're getting word from Sarah Hatchadorian. Don't know who that is. We have Mortal Kombat footage being shown to the room now. Maybe we'll get some updates via Eric tweet.
So this is an interesting film, right? It was delayed. It was supposed to come out last year.
Yes.
It was delayed to this year. I believe it's actually coming out relatively.
It's like May 8th or
May
9th?
8th. You nailed it on the head there.
Wow.
Mate.
Bringing in Carl Urban, to play Johnny Cage.
Great casting, I
Yeah,
think.
Carl Urban.
Yeah.
I saw. I think it might have even been on the New Rockstars page, or maybe somebody else had a thing like Carl Urban might hold the record for most franchises he's appeared in.
Because he's Scourge in
Thor
Ragnarok.
He's obviously in The Boys,
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. He played Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
There's like 7.
There's a
he's
couple.
He's in the Bourne franchise. He played a goon in the Bourne franchise. I mean, and he's, you know what, he's great in everything. I also once saw him at Neptune's Net in Malibu, getting off a motorcycle.
There you go.
That's the prime Carl Urban like experience.
Yeah, he was just cruising down PCH.
Yeah.
Stopped for some fried shrimp, you know? My man.
Okay, we got a super chat coming in, hand from Brian.
Star Trek too.
Pick one. I got to.
Star Trek too. Good
Yes.
call. Yes.
Okay, pick one. $10 super chat from Vibey Woodchuck. Shrek vs. Wick, Shoot the Swamp, Shrek 5, 50 Shades of Green, or Shrek Unchained, an exciting original spin-off that beautifully blends the imaginative worlds of both Shrek and Django Unchained. I'm going Shoot the Swamp hardcore. I want to see Shrek versus a bunch of gnomes, a bunch of gingerbread men.
This is a good question for tomorrow.
Yes.
When we...
In theory, we're getting a Shrek movie next year, and the Universal panel will probably talk about it.
Yes.
Yet another Zendaya project.
Amazing.
She's in all the movies.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's time. It's time to bring back Shrek.
I don't know which one I like.
50 Shades of Green, so it's just, are we seeing full frontal Shrek?
Full frontal Shrek, yeah. The internet has it. It's been around for years.
That's not new.
The full frontal Shrek technology was developed in 2000.
Is that how we get Gen Z back on board with sex scenes in movies?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, full frontal
Shrek and Fiona?
I like Shrek Unchained.
You're going Shrek Unchained?
I mean, it's the only one that has like a description.
Well, it beautifully blends the imaginative worlds of both Shrek and Django Unchained, sure, but Shoot the Swamp is both a description and a subtitle.
I also like describing Django Unchained as beautifully imaginative world.
The plantation slavery with guns.
Beautifully imaginative. Yeah.
I mean, if yesterday we predicted Spider Dong, I think today it's okay to predict Shrek Dong. Over under 20% on Shrek Dong.
When you picture Shrek naked in your head, like, is it an image that comes to you, or is it kind of hard, like you can't picture him out of the tunic?
Have you seen Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life?
No. What is that?
You have to look it up.
Okay.
Can I look it up?
Not on a work computer?
I do it on my phone later.
It's like a thing.
Okay.
So, all right.
Yeah.
Because I'm just picturing that his wiener looks like one of his ears, and I don't know if that's canon.
Not.
That's my head canon.
Brian, do you know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Okay, so
it's
the
like
youths,
a Gen Z thing.
The youths know.
Yeah, because everyone's like, "Oh, Shrek 5 is the first post Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life, Shrek."
In like kind of post,
where he's a meme.
Yeah, Shrek kind of taking over the internet. It will be the last. This movie is currently slated. This is June of next year. When was Shrek 4? How long has it been?
2010 or 11?
Shrek 4 Nicating is the film, I think, that should come next.
2010. 2010 was Shrek Forever After.
Damn.
Yeah. Wow.
And we had a Puss in Boots since then, though, right?
We've had a couple
couple.
Puss in Boots.
Yeah,
yes. Yeah, but there's an entire generation of people raised on Shrek that have not gotten to see Shrek in theaters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
Okay. Biggest movie of 2027, calling it right now. Bigger than Secret Wars, bigger than Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Man of Tomorrow.
Bigger than Man of Tomorrow. Bigger than, actually, I think Frozen 3 is coming out next year. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, Frozen 3
You're
will
fighting
crush.
for second place.
Oh, Frozen 2 was like not that good.
But that doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't matter, but I'm just saying it was the last movie I saw before COVID hit, and I didn't enjoy it.
You didn't go to Dr. Dolittle?
No, I was saved.
He waited to see that.
Yeah, I waited.
He wanted to see it.
I rented a
privacy was
theater
over.
in May 2022.
Okay, so yeah, last we heard Evil Dead Burn. Okay, Discussing Film has a synopsis of the trailer. First teaser for Evil Dead Rise. Well,
Evil Dead Rise was the
last movie, but they might have just mistyped here.
That's the mommies with the maggots now. Is Evil Dead Rise?
It reveals some brutal Deadite action, as one might have guessed. A Deadite impaled by the head of a car seat. That's kind of fun.
Okay, I like
Deadeye drinking hot candle wax.
Okay.
A young man impaled into a dishwasher full of knives.
Okay.
Hey.
I like it.
See the footage description here, and this is via our friends at Discussing Film. Was there a cheese grater prominently involved in the last?
That's in Evil Dead. I think that's in the Evil Dead Out at the Cabin. I don't think that's in Evil Dead Rise. One of them does have a cheese grater. Oh no, you're thinking of weapons. There's a cheese grater.
Oh, well, there's that too. But I think didn't also they have a, or was it a pizza cutter? There's some kind of.
Yeah, there's one with like a very like I think maybe a paper cutter or something on a tongue.
All of this.
The one with the woman whose name I'm blanking on, where they're like drying someone out from heroin at this haunted cabin. That has a pretty gnarly knife situation. Yeah. Not as gnarly as the knife on the melon from Bring Her Back. That's one of the gnarliest things I've seen in a movie in a long time. That was real trouble. That was bad.
Gnarls. Okay. So again, recap of things we've so far heard about at the Warner Brothers panel. We got a little poster and a cast list for Lord of the Rings Hunt for Gollum coming out next year, 2027. Gonzo comedy tone, stacked cast. Let's go. Very interesting combination of qualities for Digger. End of Oak Street. We got more images of a T-Rex chasing the family.
End
down
of
their
Oak Street
suburban
feels
street.
very like Amblin coded, right? Like
with maybe like some Cloverfield sprinkled in.
Yeah,
some
but like
kind
kind of like family. Like the kids are in danger, but it's still like a family adventure movie. Like I'm into that. I'm into that.
Godzilla X Kong Supernova. We just got a title for that film, also coming out next year, 2027. James Gunn, Nicholas Hoult, David Cornsweet appear in a video montage to plug next year's Man of Tomorrow.
So do we think James Gunn isn't there?
Refresh the thing. We're getting some chatter in the chat over what is in the bags. It's a thing 1 and thing 2
I guessed it. Wig.
Oh.
Who's saying this? Sarah Hatchadorian, who I'm beefing with. Inside the President is a thing 1, thing 2 wig.
Like kind of with the puffy kind of troll doll hair, kind of. Yes.
Thing 1 and thing 2. Thing 2 and thing 1. They can do anything under the sun. No one knows the Chuck Jones one.
Now, according to media updates, Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock are there in Vegas.
Okay.
Oh.
We might see some Practical Magic 2 on stage. We got a super chat coming in, Brian. Our friend Marvel Pirate coming through at the end of the stream. Find a mask and each person put it on and give us your scariest laugh.
Do we have masks here?
What a strange. We got some helmets.
Let's see here.
We're just doing your bidding now, Marvel Pirate. Are we dancing for dollars? I'm not above it. I'm not above dancing for dollars, singing for my supper. We'll see. We'll see if we get to it. There might be movie stuff to talk about. There you go.
I gotta take my glasses
Now
off.
that is a former popcorn bucket, but also a functional helmet. Or no, maybe that was just a helmet. We have a similar one that's a popcorn bucket.
Okay, ready?
I don't want to put that on.
Which camera? Okay. All the movies from here on out will be Quantumania. Right? Terrifying?
Yeah.
Nice work.
It's not comfortable. It's not a comfortable hat.
Here you go, Zach.
Okay, this is I don't think this is coming out on stage, but Film Updates is reporting this during this panel, so I don't know if maybe somebody else is releasing this. An Oceans prequel is set to release in theaters in 2027, starring Margot Robbie and Bradley Cooper as the parents of Danny Ocean.
I thought that was supposed to be Ryan Gosling.
Who's writing it? I want to know if Ted Griffin's writing it.
And does Steven Soderbergh have any involvement in this project? I don't know. They don't say that. They don't say anything about that.
We do have an update. Turns out the mystery packages given to the crowd at CinemaCon before the W panel were blue thing wigs for the Cat in the Hat. A sea of blue wigs fills the Dolby.
How are we supposed to know that if Eric doesn't send us a photo.
Oh, we're gonna get.
Yeah, we gotta get photos of him ingesting the thing
photos.
wigs.
I'm gonna be like, we need wig pics.
Also got an update here. Again, this might be unrelated to the Warner Brothers panel, just film news that is coming out at the same time via film updates. M. Night Shyamalan on his upcoming supernatural romantic thriller, Remain, starring Phoebe Dynevor and Jake Gyllenhaal. I waited a long time to go back to the genre of ghosts. I can't wait for audiences around the world to see it. Okay.
All right.
Set in a trap universe, no doubt. Brian, we got more super chats coming through. Mike Azanego, our friend from New Zealand. My company made a
Brazil.
Oh, Brazil. Sorry, it's the other gentleman that is from New Zealand. My company made a 007 style short. Since it'll be public domain, I'd love a full film. I know a Brazilian cowboy isn't usual 007, but I think you'd watch it, Bert.
Yeah, I'd watch it. Yeah, I'm into Brazilian cowboy.
So it's Brazilian, it's cowboy, and it's James Bond.
I'll take it.
It's got a lot going on. It's got a lot going on. That's a hat on a hat. Okay. It's time I come clean. My head is too large to fit in this helmet.
I'll go put this back in its place of honor on the shelf.
Yeah.
Hats hate to see me coming. Okay, thank you to everybody that's being active in the chat. I see you, Red Carpet Talk. I see you, Kellen Higgins, Elijah Martin, Harry Evans, Jay Izzy, Lord Omni the First. We got a super chat coming through.
It's a tweet.
A tweet. We got a new update.
Oh, WB's animated Cat in the Hat film showed a trailer at CinemaCon. The film shows the cat, Bill Hader, with a family as they get transported to a world based on the memories. The animation style of this film looks fun.
And right after that, we got, time for DC Studios updates at CinemaCon. Peter Safran is on stage. So interesting that they did Man of Tomorrow at the top, but now we're coming back to DC. I imagine this will be Supergirl, maybe more Clayface, maybe new projects.
Yes,
interesting.
yes.
Okay, we're in the juicy part, folks. You've been here with us for almost exactly 2 hours. Now we're finally getting to the good stuff.
I can vamp by doing Fox and Sox rhymes. We'll do when Tweedle Beetles fight. It's called the Tweedle Beetle battle. When they battle in a puddle, it's a Tweedle Beetle puddle battle. And when Beetles battle Beetles in a bottle with their paddles, they call this a Tweedle Beetle bottle paddle battle. And when Tweedles battle Beetles in a bottle with their paddles and the bottle's on a poodle and the poodle's eating noodles, they call this a Tweedle Beetle pot.
There it is! Come on!
Fucked
Berg's in the chat for Berg and all of that. I will say it's fascinating that their next project they're working on after Cat in the Hat is Oh, the Places You'll Go, which is not a narrative book.
Nope. Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury himself, read it to me when I graduated college.
Oh, he was your commencement speaker?
He read us Oh, the Places You'll Go, and I got to give him a high five and say, thanks, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wild to have Nick
That's
Fury
a flex.
read you a Dr. Seuss book. But yeah, that's my connection to that book.
I don't want to read it.
Okay, Peter Safran says that production for Man of Tomorrow begins next week. So we will not be seeing any footage from that film. And that James Gunn will be at CinemaCon next year. That's why he's not there right now, because he's about to start production. Thin excuse, James, but that's fine. Keep working on your movies.
Sure.
Yeah.
He'll still show up.
Plus, that's why you have a co-head of the studio. You
That's
know, you
true.
can send him in your
You
stead.
got the Safran and Gunn. We always forget about Safran. Gunn tends to take top billing, but Safran is there in theory, co-equal in power. Gunn's just a little bit more forward, a little more media savvy, a little more audience friendly.
A little more online, yeah. Peter Safran's the producer. Has produced, in addition to producing Superman and other projects, he produced The Flash. I think he's also, Aquaman.
Yeah.
And he's produced a bunch of horror films as well. I think he's done a lot of the James Wan films.
We're getting news of
Clayface
Clayface footage, Clayface trailer. We'll probably have a update from Eric typing out a description of that momentarily.
Do we think this gets released?
Yes.
If it's a trailer, definitely.
And again, as we were saying, it's kind of time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's time. Yeah.
We're not too far out. I mean, we're 6 months out, eight months out. Yeah.
Kind of seems like it could have Wonder Man energy with the actor element.
Oh, but like
have we darker. Heard, Wonder Man's like, kind of a fun.
And have we heard confirmation? Is this a period piece?
I don't know. I haven't heard that.
Is it set modern day or old time? I feel like we saw some set photos that made it look like it was a period piece, but I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe I'm just thinking of Batman the Animated Series and that Clayface aesthetic. But yeah, I hope we get a publicly released trailer. It's Marvel that loves to show footage and not give it to the people.
Yes, although it is heavily rumored that we will be getting a proper Doomsday trailer this week. We can't promise that. It's rumor. Brian's got a hand up. Shout out from the Virgin Islands from Mick Swan 13, $5 super chat. Great job, Berg. Love reading that book to my son. It's great. Here's the game you play when you read Fox and Socks to a kid. You tell the kid, you read it slow, and you tell the kid that if they want you to read it faster, they have to tell you faster. And you go, oh boy, okay. And then you get it really fast and blow their minds. Through 3 cheese trees, 3 free fleas flew. That's a good one to do. New blue, blue goo, gooey gooey. That's another one that goes really fast. Don't try it with Simple Thimble and never give your daddy a walrus. Okay, we got another super chat back there. Hannah Basso, $13.98, $9.99, aiming for that second bureau. Clayface apparently has Joker vibes. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
What Joker are we talking about?
Which Joker are we talking? I mean, I assume this means the Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
Yeah, but are we going to get the full title Clayface Folie à Clay?
yeah.
Folie à Goo?
Yes. Folie à Goo. I mean, the Joker movie was not my thing. Todd Phillips had. I think Joaquin Phoenix gave an absolutely amazing performance. I didn't love the movie around him and what it was doing. So could be good. Brian's got another hand up. Brian, what's super chat? Christian Unpronounceable. I'm gonna go watch Daredevil, then bed. Love you all. Great stream. See you tomorrow. Christian. Good night, sweet prince.
Good night.
Go read yourself a Dr. Seuss book on your way to bed. Could be Fox and Socks. Could be Oh, the Places You'll Go. Could be what's the one with the parrot on the cup? Say the things you'll say. I don't know.
Horton Hears a Who.
Horton Hears a Who. That's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. Joker vibes. I mean, I would guess it's even a little bit more horror and less 70s gritty character drama.
Yeah.
Because that's what we've kind of been told. Also, this director, I think his most recent credit was Speak No Evil, the James McAvoy remake of the Danish horror movie.
Yeah.
So that's clearly this director's vibe. But we don't know. We haven't seen the trailer yet. Hopefully we get to see it today. Or get a very descriptive vision of it from Eric.
Yeah, let's see if we refresh Brian. Yeah.
Okay, I got it here.
Oh.
DC Studios Clayface teaser shown at CinemaCon. It's brutal. The flaming lips, do you realize? Okay. Echoes over Tom Harry's as actor Matt Hagen, who, due to a facial injury, is now sitting in a bed with one eye open, glaring out from under bandages. Quick shots cut in to show his glamorous actor life before the injury. Lots of body horror, blades pressed against faces, sprinting past Gotham police cars, a possible sighting of Gotham's Boardwalk Circus. The teaser ends with Matt lying naked, curled up in a bathtub, staring blankly upward, and then he runs his hand down his face and smears his clay-like skin.
Ooh.
Also, not the first time we're getting a Flaming Lips DC crossover. Flaming Lips was used in Batman Forever over the Riddler as he was deciding to quit his job.
Did they give us DC? Do you realize, or it was a different song?
It was a different song. It was before Do You Realize had even come out.
Oh,
Flaming Lips was just like a weird alt rock band.
That early Flaming Lips. Okay. I love the description of it's brutal and body horror, like Cronenberg-y kind of.
Yeah, man.
Icky, very interesting. I mean, other than the running by Gotham, will this have any DC feel? Do you think?
Fourth in Tuscaloosa, thank you for becoming a rock star. Yeah, I think it will. I think that we're gonna get Clayface is running around Gotham doing his own thing, or whether or not we see Batman, or GCPD or something like that. I think this is a project that has a chance to occupy a horror corner of the DC universe in the same way that Captain America, certainly with Winter Soldier and Civil War, like occupied like a political thriller corner of the MCU.
Or even the way the Penguin
Yes.
occupies a gritty gangster corner of
Sopranos
DC.
corner.
But like we never see Batman, we never see Joker, we never see Riddler or anything like that. Never show up in Penguin. Maybe that's this, and I believe this is not connected to the DCU. It is an Elseworld, but that doesn't mean this Elseworld could have its own Wayne family or whatever. Yeah,
I mean, it's you know, I think it's not quite as widely known, but in the Arkham games, you know, it starts with Arkham Asylum and then go into Arkham City. Clayface plays a huge role in the second of those Arkham games in a way that's like really fascinating. And without spoiling anything, I would love to see them take some of those plot elements and integrate them into whatever this movie is.
I also recently rewatched Sam Raimi's Darkman.
Oh, yeah.
Which has some elements like superhero guy that can kind of like mold his face to look like other people, but is also brutally scarred and has like kind of some dark elements. So like there's some parallels there. That didn't go quite as horror as it sounds like this does.
Yeah. It's a little more campy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Campy as Sam Raimi is wont to do. But yeah, so I mean, there's precedent for pulling this off in kind of the superhero genre.
Yeah, I mean, and everyone in the chat saying that it was going to be Elseworlds at one point, but now Gunn has said it's canon. So Clayface is going to be in the DCU.
But again, we don't know time period. So could this be
just like know when.
50 years before the events of Superman or something like that? Yeah.
We'll see Gotham, which is exciting.
Yes. Yes. And we got some Tweedlebeetle tweets here. Okay, we're seeing DC Studios has announced Hellblazer, starring Tomer Capone as John Constantine.
Whoa! That was
Tomer Capone sounds like a fake name.
Does sound like a fake name.
I don't believe that person exists, but I'm googling. Well, okay.
Also, we already have a pretty great John Constantine and Keanu Reeves.
I was gonna say, isn't that in development?
Oh wait, Tomer Capone. Oh, from The Boys. Oh, duh.
Wait,
that's Frenchie.
The Boys?
That's
Frenchie.
Frenchie.
Frenchie? Hell yeah.
That's an interesting casting for John Constantine. Okay.
I like
Again, James Gunn loves pulling people from TV that have not been the stars of films.
I'll tell you this: I haven't seen. Is the third episode of The Boys tonight at midnight or tomorrow? I've only watched the first 2 episodes of the new season.
Tonight.
We don't have screeners or anything. It's so goddamn good. I love Frenchie. Frenchie's been one of my favorite characters the whole run, except for that one season when he was like, "I guess I go to prison now," and just sat in prison, didn't do anything.
Who among us hasn't?
Yeah, hey, we've been there. We've been there. Zach, get ready. We're hearing Zendaya is there for Dune.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
She has arrived.
So they're closing with Dune.
I mean, chronologically, that makes sense. That's probably their final release of the year.
Yeah, that's true.
Not that they've been going in order necessarily, but...
No, but also a major release. It's already sold out IMAX tickets per Abby.
Think Dune, I'm sure they're thinking too, like, Dune, in addition to hopefully it is a giant box office success, that's probably their best hope at something like a Best Picture. Or, you know, I mean, I'm sure they're hoping that they have a lot of awards contenders. Something that, like, kind of lives in the firmament in ways that, like, One Battle After Another and Sinners did. And maybe the one that has the most on-stage talent. Though I guess Tom Cruise is a pretty big deal to
Tom Cruise is pretty big, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think Inarritu has Oscar chances, you know, just by virtue of being, like, a weird artsy-fartsy dude. Okay, we'll see if we get any updates on this.
Do you think Eric's phone died?
Yeah, Eric's in there just like asking anybody if they have a lightning charger. No updates from our feed.
I guess Discussing Film says that like we also got a little Jason Momoa there. I don't know if you maybe sent it in a video or what. Talking about playing Lobo and Supergirl. He said it was a dream come true. It's the comic I collected. I feel like 12-year-old me would be freaking out. Fun. I'm excited to see him play Lobo. And then they described Clayface as riveting horror thriller. The film looks to be similar to Feet of Clay from Batman the Animated Series.
Okay.
Yes, we got a super chat coming in, Brian.
Over under 20% from Eric Hendershot 9802, $5 super chat. If not DCU Batman, do we see DCU Commissioner Gordon and Clayface.
Ooh.
That's a great call.
Which again, if it's a period piece, maybe it's Commissioner Gordon the First.
Or young Commissioner Gordon.
What's that?
Like young.
Or young. Yeah, depending
Gordon.
on depending on what period it is, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think something like that is very likely. I think if it's going to be part of the DCU, they're going to want some connective tissue. I don't think they're going to want to do it with too heavy of a hand. But I think something like this that firmly establishes, hey, Clayface is running around out there somewhere, whether it's period piece or not.
I see like a random Amadeus Keen in the chat. Any news on Avengers Doomsday? So, a little reminder, we are just getting Warner Brothers news for the most part. We will be getting Disney/Marvel news on Thursday, and we will be live streaming during that, baby. We've been told we are getting something on Doomsday. We are getting footage. We are getting a trailer. Something will be happening on Thursday.
We've got Supergirl updates. Supergirl team is on stage. Millie Alcock, Jason Momoa, director Craig Gillespie, introduced by an alien DJ and Momoa riding it on Lobo's Space Hog. Gillespie praises Alcock's speaking Kryptonian and the arduous stunts she often had to learn day of. Overall, kind of a weird energy in the sales pitch for this one.
So, famously, last year, the biggest thing coming out of CinemaCon 2025 is everybody thought the Superman presentation was extremely awkward. There was tons of complaints from a lot of people that were in the room. We weren't there last year, but like everybody was saying it went really long. It had weird, awkward energy, yada, yada, yada. So it's in keeping with that.
Yeah.
But Supergirl would also have some strange energy going on.
That's really silly.
I'm going to pop out and pop right back.
Yes, of course, we'll keep an eye on everything. Zach knocked something over! Zach knocked something over! Okay, Abby, what of the many things that have been announced today?
Yeah.
What is it that you are looking forward to the most?
I think Clayface sounds super exciting.
Yeah, I'm really into that.
Super just new ground for DC and just everything that the DCU is doing in general.
Are you old enough to have watched Batman the Animated Series ever?
Not live.
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Yeah.
And the Clayface episodes I did recently
Oh,
for
really?
this job.
Oh, yeah.
And those were good.
And
those were good.
Those
Those
were
were you guys are
interesting.
getting.
I don't know where you guys are getting the.
I think that was purely
period
a Zach
piece. I think that was
speculation.
purely a
Zach speculation.
Could be.
No shade to Zach, who's not in the room
No,
to
but
defend
I mean,
himself.
Batman the Animated Series does exist in kind of like a
neo noir,
period-free,
like kind of thing.
It's all was written pre-cell phones and such.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm excited. I think it'll be interesting to see if it's how that does, because it's a not Superman.
Yeah,
movie.
This could be like the Sony villains universe kind of a thing. I think the thing I'm the most excited for is the Alejandro Inarritu Digger film. I really loved Birdman. Again, I was talking maybe earlier today or yesterday, about how Zach Kreger casting Bill Skarsgård in Barbarian is like a brilliant casting move. I also think casting Michael Keaton as Birdman was similarly a brilliant casting move. I really loved that. I really loved Revenant. So I think that might be the thing I'm the most excited for. Clayface would be a close second for me.
It definitely stood out today because I feel like everything else was. I mean, I wish I could see the alien DJ.
Yeah. You would think it's like a xenomorph DJ or like a Toe Jam and Earl situation.
Digger sounded fun. Did we get Minecraft 2 yet?
I don't know if that's been formally announced. That might be a Universal property. Brian's got a hand up over there.
That's Warner Brothers.
It's not a super chat, but Rockstar Productions 7805 asks makes an interesting point that like Clayface was in Creature Commandos, which is like present day.
That's true.
So
And
is this that Clayface? Is it a prequel for that Clayface?
Right.
I think, I forget what Eric's take on it is from the breakdowns, but I do know that James Gunn considers it canon, but it's also, oh no, it's not Clayface, because it's a guy that's like is transformed into Clayface or something. Am I making that up?
I don't know.
Must have been Clayface, but
No, it is Clayface, but then I think there's something that they can do where they can because of the plot of the episode. I forget. Creature Commandos is a blur to me.
Yes, it feels like it happened ages ago. And I know that it is part of the DC, James Gunn has said it's part of the DCU, but it feels, I think because of the Marvel animation stuff, it just feels so fundamentally separate to me.
Yes. And it was a lot. But I don't know. I think it could be. But I think I would be weirded out if that was canon because he's kind of a loser in that little clip. Like he's playing video games.
Yeah.
And gets arrested?
I don't know. It's been
I
so
think I'm just
long.
making stuff up about Clayface on Creature Commandos.
We got Brian's hands up. I assume we got another super chat coming in. Maffeep9, I'm so confused. Was the Constantine thing real? We're not sure. We can't find any confirmation of it. So it could
Eric
be.
Voss did not report it, so
Yes.
it can't be real if he did not report
I
it.
thought it was like a thing, or maybe Keanu Reeves just said he would be down to do another one.
Yeah. Hangman9, thank you for your donation. $5 super chat. Yeah, we get stuff in here that's happening in a variety of ways, and you would think, given the two screens in front of me, that I would have the latitude to go look stuff up, but I got all these chat windows up and such.
I'm going to say it's not real. Discussing Film's not reporting it. New Rockstars is not reporting it. Maybe that was it. It feels like if that were real, they would be saying it on stage right now, and it would be coming out.
Yes. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun.
Where's the Practical Magic trailer?
Yeah, that's what we really want to know. I mean, we're not getting much news coming out. I don't know if this means that they are winding down the panel or if they're just teeing up something. A lot of times on the panel, there'll be, Sony did this yesterday, a lot of vamping for a specific project. Presumably they got an alien DJ out there. They got to wait for that guy to finish up his set. You know, it's like Tiesto from Jupiter or something like that. So we will see.
Anyone want to challenge the bureau?
This
Super
could
chat?
be Bureau, and it could have
Your name on it.
Specifically my name, because I'll be drinking it, but then I will be shouting your name. So again, whoever has the most cumulative super chats and the largest single dollar super chat, I will drink a Bureau in your name during the Disney panel. And I'm willing to drink more than 2 Bureaus during a panel too. Okay.
I like the concept of you 2 bureaus in watching the Doomsday trailer.
Double fisting bureaus.
Just drank 2 Bureaus. Dare me to drive? You know.
Just a little bloated and a little gassy, but stone sober.
I wish I'd thought of it before the Sony panel because it's more appropriate for a Tom Holland type of thing. And actually, we might see Tom Holland tomorrow because he's in Odyssey.
Yeah,
I bet him and Zendaya are staying at Caesar's Palace.
He videoed in for the Sony thing yesterday. So if he's in Vegas and just like videoing in from like the floor of the MGM or something like that.
What's he doing?
He's busy shooting craps. Pray for Jessica Clemens being in a Vegas casino. I'm not saying she has a gambling problem, but I know she enjoys a little gambling. When we've had company outings to Yamava, it's like I just hope she's up. You know what I mean?
We got a super chat here from Murray in the Mix, £99. Thank you, Gov. Sebastian Stan is Two-Face. Is this happening? I believe that was confirmed a while back. He was going to be Harvey Dent.
Yeah, he's been confirmed to be in the movie, and I think the word was Harvey Dent, but we don't know if Harvey Dent meets his two-facedness over the course of this film, or if that'll happen in some other movie.
Yeah, or it might just be setting him up for later, or it might just also be like, hey, we needed a district attorney.
Yes.
We're not going to have it be some random district attorney.
The other big news there, we know Scarlett Johansson has been cast in the film, but we don't know what role she is playing.
Yes,
that is still up in the air. There have been some theories. None of them feel like they particularly. But maybe we will find out what's going on here. Okay, friendly reminder, chat. I'm seeing a lot of you guys getting uppity with one another. Just chill. It's okay. Some of you love us, some of you don't. It's all right.
Take out any aggression on me. I'm thick-skinned and I can't read, so I will never see any of your chats. You can't hurt me. What hurt me? What I can't read can't hurt me.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, so to recap, we are watching the Warner Brothers panel at CinemaCon 2026. Eric Voss and Jessica Clemens are seated in the room. They are seeing all of this with their own eyes. Eric is tweeting on the new Rockstar's Twitter account, X account, and we were kind of reporting that from that source and a combination of other sources.
While we're waiting on more news to come in, can we get the schedule up, Brian, for when we're going to be doing coverage further on in the week? Because there are going to be panels every day. They're not all at the same time. Yeah, thank you, Brian. So tomorrow, the Universal panel starts at 3:30 in the afternoon. We're going to be here covering that. Thursday, the Disney panel is where we're expecting to get some Doomsday news, for those of you who've been asking in the chat. So that's going to be Thursday live at 2 p.m. And you better believe that if there is an Avengers trailer or anything like that, we're going to be breaking it down on the channel as soon as possible. And then also, while we're talking about things going on later this week, Brian, can you pull up the Morbius graphic, please?
Oh, yeah.
New Rockstars is going to be doing a live show at UCB Los Angeles, April 17th at 7 p.m. If you're in LA, you can come to the theater and watch us do the live show. If you're not in LA, you can buy a ticket to a live stream so that you can watch along with everybody else. Carl Tart is going to be there, writer on Saturday Night Live. You saw him in Wonder Man recently. He was the late night host giving Doorman a hard time in the Doorman episode, written by Zeke Nicholson, friend of the channel. But that's going to be this Friday, April 17th at 7 p.m. Link to the tickets in the description. Otherwise, go to ucbcomedy.com. You'll be able to navigate towards tickets there. Okay, I'm seeing another super chat here from Lost Chief. Brian, if we could pull that up. $5 Brazilian. I eagerly await for Black Adam 2. We're still getting that, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Change the hierarchy of power in the DC universe.
It's coming so soon. Soon.
We are all living in a post-Black Adam world.
I mean, we really are. DC Studios more so than anyone else.
That's why Henry Cavill... We were talking about him earlier. That's why he's there.
Yeah.
For Black Adam 2?
For Black Adam 2.
Yeah.
He's just coming out and saying Superman's got beat real bad.
It's wild. I mean, the post superhero or like superhero fatigue. People talk about the run the DCEU ended on.
Tough.
I'm talking about Shazam 2, Aquaman 2, The Flash, Black Adam. I mean,
real tough.
A run for the ages. If you want to sprinkle in a Joker Folie à Deux in there, though it's technically a different canon. I mean, no run Marvel has ever been on compares to that 2-year window that DC hit. Bless them. Bless up.
Yeah, that was tough. All right, we may be getting a Supergirl footage description coming in soon from Eric. We're hearing that there is some footage being shown there. Brian, I don't know if we can get the timeline refreshed over here.
I'm not seeing any new tweets.
No new
yet.
tweets, but we know Eric's got fast fingers and a thorough sense of transcription, to say the least.
We know if he's not tweeting, it ain't happening. Okay, but Discussing Film has something, so I'll start reading this and then maybe keep refreshing, and I'm sure Eric will have it out in a second. A new sequence for Supergirl shows Kara on an intergalactic bus that is raided by pirates, slowly kickstarting an action sequence. My dog's dying, so I don't really have time for this, she says. Okay.
Now, I speak for my girlfriend, who is a dog lover. The dog dying is a hard pass for her on the entire film.
Now, dog in peril, period, or only if the dog ultimately dies?
Dog in peril, period. She wouldn't even watch, she loves horror movies. She wouldn't watch that Good Boy horror movie because she would be too worried about the dog the whole time. You all saw her yesterday. She came in here to look at kittens and almost melted down.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering in the chat, is a dog in peril going to be a deal breaker for you if it's a critical plot element of this film? I don't care. I hate dogs. I hate animals. If I had a cigarette and a dog right now, I would put the cigarette out on the dog. That's how I feel.
Clip this.
That's how I feel.
I can't read, otherwise I would clip it. Okay, we're getting a super chat coming in.
Hands up.
Hannah Basso coming through. My super chat goes to a massage for Eric's hands for typing.
Yeah, I would be cramped up after a day on the thumbs.
But do you
On the
think
thumbs.
his plan was to bring his laptop in. Hopefully he's getting good Wi-Fi in there. I think he probably has a laptop and a phone going concurrently. And again, he's also recording a Daredevil Born Again breakdown in the room.
He's doing it right now.
Yes.
Because Daredevil just came out at 6.
That's right. So he's currently watching that episode. Our breakdown will be out shortly.
A lot of people in the chat giving me crap for my dog comments. I want to clarify, I own 2 dogs. They're both pampered as hell.
Yes.
There's a dog bed. We don't even have a dog in the office today. And I want to show you. This is Gigi's dog bed. It not only is a dog bed for Gigi, but it also has a custom knit blanket just for Gigi. This is the level of actual pampering my dogs get. But an imaginary dog that I didn't like, it's going to have a rough time.
My take, I also was against, on the latest Supergirl trailer, I was not about the whole dog in peril.
Yeah.
And I said that, and I was like, I don't know if I can do this. And Eric... And then I also worked on the breakdown, but Eric did tell me that in the comics, that gets resolved pretty
Yes, and
fast.
Crypto
He's
It's a
fine.
super dog.
Crypto is fine. He will survive this film, but he will be in some danger. He might be sick. Might be some sad crypto for a couple minutes. And I understand if that's a deal breaker for you. We got another super chat coming through, Brian. Benji Goat, will there be over under 20% merch? Over under 20%. That there might be over under 20% merch.
Oh, I
think we
he
can
was
make it
asking
happen.
about
I think we can make it happen. I think if we have it by Thursday, we're selling over under merch on the channel.
I will hand make with some good permanent Sharpies, some over under 20% merch, and give it away to the person whose name I call out for Bureau. Okay?
That would
We
be
got
a
another super chat coming through. Marvel Pirate, our friend back again. If you reveal a dog at risk, it doesn't die.
I hope not.
It's kind of the old save the cat thing. I'm trying to think of the last time I saw a pet legit die.
John Wick.
In a work of fiction. John Wick.
First John Wick movie.
The pilot of House of Cards. Old Yeller.
Yeah. Old Yeller was like a mercy sort of situation.
Marley and Me.
Very
Does the
different.
dog die in Marley and Me?
Yeah.
Damn. I never saw it. I don't like reggae. That's why I stayed away.
Oh my god.
No. I actually do like reggae, but I wanted to honor the music by not,
Yeah, we got it.
Okay. We got more super chats coming through, Brian.
Okay. Ooh, Seahawks fan. Tough. The Champ 8685, $5. I feel the same way about dogs, mostly due to suffering from cynophobia. If I see a dog, I'm sprinting for the hills.
What's cynophobia?
Is that
Fear of dogs.
Is that fear of dogs? Interesting.
The Greek root. Hey man, I'll tell you this. I get your fear of dogs, but some of them are real cute and cuddly. We got another super chat from. Oh no! We got Eric's description.
Whoa.
Okay, this is a long one here. I can read it here. Okay. Supergirl shown to the crowd at CinemaCon. The scene shows Supergirl on a transport ship leaving Ruthie's homeworld. Kara gives a nearby bong-smoking alien some gum to chew. Dog, this ain't your mama's Supergirl. And then sees Ruthie in an argument with the alien fare collector for accidentally insulting them. Kara had left Ruthie behind to look after a wounded Crypto, but Ruthie decided to join in the vengeance quest against Krem. The ship is raided by tech pirates with teleporters. They steal Kara's pocket watch and Ruthie's sword. Kara has snatched one of the teleporting bracelets and uses it to fight the raiders, at one point accidentally teleporting inside of a large alien and crawling out. Ultimately, Kara is trapped in an airlock. She tells the pilots to pilot closer to a nearby yellow sun. Kara puts on a spacesuit to try to float out closer to it, but the pirate captain blows her out of the airlock. Luckily, her frozen body gets enveloped in sunlight and her powers return. Kara rips all the grappling bots off the transport ship, but now the pirate ship blasts her into a ship debris field. Kara uses her heat vision to fight back, a shot shown in trailers, and rips off the engines of the pirate ship, but does not kill them. Wow. Is that a 40-second sequence, or is that like a 7-minute?
Yeah.
That was way more
There's a
descriptive
lot going
than
on there.
discussing
And it's
film.
also like, it kind of blew my mind. It was like, oh, the whole thing is in space, of course.
Yes.
Because I'm like, oh wait, she went from like a bus on the Earth to like out there, but no, the whole thing's in space. But she's like maybe going back and forth between multiple ships. It's a little hard to follow that, but that sounds like a wild and very fun action sequence.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you know, Craig Gillespie obviously has like a very good sense of humor, and I think that everyone has been praising since this movie started shooting how practical the stunts are and how much of them is like Millie Alcock just being like, I trained all morning, let's actually go punch some people and stuff. And so I'm optimistic for this movie. You know, I know the budget's a little bit low. You know, it feels like it's a very small scale superhero film. I kind of want that.
Yes.
I don't want every superhero movie to have to feel like we're saving the city, the world, the universe. I love it when a movie like Wonder Man, I thought was a great example of like, I'm just trying to keep my relationship with my friend. You know, like that, those personal stakes, I think really.
Yes. And honestly, if we're going to trust, you know, not that James Gunn is directing this, but is producing this, are we going to trust anybody else with like a lighthearted space superhero romp more so than a James Gunn produced film?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yes. Brian, we got another super chat coming through.
We got a more additional tweet.
Oh, a new tweet here. We'll refresh.
Expanded trailer montage. Among the new shots are images of Kara and Crypto being loaded into a spherical escape pod by Zor-El to leave the doomed floating Argo City, and a new shot of Superman from Kara's perspective in the moment she arrives on Earth as he opens the pod and greets his cousin, Hi There.
Interesting. So we haven't seen much of Supergirl on Earth in any of the previous trailers. In fact, am I correct? And the only time we've ever seen Supergirl on Earth is in the post-credit scene
Coming
of
to pick up the
Superman,
dog,
Yeah.
yeah.
right? So like, is this... How much of the movie takes place on Earth? I don't know. Interesting. Maybe none, maybe a little bit, maybe a lot. Do we have another super chat, Brian?
Oh, we do, but first, I mean, Supergirl was also in the Peacemaker, like that one scene technically.
Oh yeah, they kind
that's true, yeah.
of crop her silhouette
Yeah.
into the background of that scene. Yeah, so she has been on Earth, but like I didn't know if any of this movie would take place on Earth.
But we do
Yeah.
have a super chat, but I don't know if it's
Okay. Carson Robinson, over under 20%. Will return title card. Possibly maybe you got cut off there, Carson. Sorry about that. Will return, like as in Star-Lord will return or whatever that we sometimes see at the end of these films. Like Supergirl will return in Man of Tomorrow, or...
I just want to point out, Abby, Eric is trolling you on Slack because you said we need wig pics, clearly meaning him and Jess. He sent you a wig pic of Jeff Snyder. And along with a tweet that said, the box said do not open, but fortunately for you, I am the only person who dared to break the rules in the press section at CinemaCon. We've got a press corps full of rule followers, folks, and a picture of him wearing
what a
wig.
stone cold rebel badass
Man.
Jeff Snyder is.
It's like I'm hanging out with Iggy Pop.
Yeah.
Shout out Jeff, I guess.
Yeah.
I do know Jeff, and he has been very nice to me. But...
Okay. Yes, I've corresponded lately with him. He is he really embraces that iconoclastic image online, certainly in his newsletters and tweets and things like that.
Yes.
But he also breaks a fair amount of news. So he's doing the work. Okay, great. Wow. I'm excited. I wonder if we probably will not, it sounds like if they were shown a full scene, I bet we do not get that full scene.
No, but we might get that extended trailer montage in like an updated trailer or something, or a new teaser, or I could see that showing up. But yeah, I doubt we'll see that full action sequence that they showed.
Okay, and Carson Robinson from the last super chat, I meant as in over under will return Thursday. I meant Thursday. Yeah, is your question, will we continue to beat this bit into the ground? My man, over 100%.
Yes.
Okay.
We're doing merch.
Yeah, there will be merch. There will be, I mean, even if I wanted it to die, you guys would never let it
We're
die.
still doing Tiny Kisses, and that was D23 2 years ago.
Has somebody brought up Fleshy? Has somebody brought up...
trash bags are in the
trash
chat.
bags in the chat.
Balls the raccoon.
Bone ponies.
Meat wife.
Meat wife.
I mean, guys, what do we have if not the memes? Okay. Still no practical magic as far as we know. Having been talked about, they haven't gotten to Dune yet. So there's a lot of meat on the old Warner Brothers bone, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still going strong. Oh, here we go. Little Practical Magic 2. There's a very fun and loose panel on Practical Magic 2 with Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman on stage right now at CinemaCon, and Jessica Clemens is sitting next to me, hanging on every word.
I'm surprised she's not rushing the stage.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, we were worried about Jess in Vegas, but this is really the bigger threat.
Wait, over under, someone gets served custody papers.
Oh, that was it. That's a great callback, Abby. Was it 2 years ago at CinemaCon? Olivia Wilde was presenting her movie "Don't Worry, Baby." She was served divorce papers via Jason Sudeikis by a process server while presenting her film at CinemaCon.
Yeah, that was a bad look for Sudeikis, I would say.
Yeah, but apparently he couldn't reach her.
Yeah, it's the only way to do it.
Insane.
Yeah.
Only way to do it. Having had to serve papers to somebody, there's other ways. You could have met her backstage.
We'll revisit that in a future stream that you've had to serve papers to somebody, Berg.
Yeah.
Interesting. So the Warner Brothers movies we haven't heard about yet. Dune Part 3. We're currently hearing about Practical Magic. The Great Beyond, the mysterious J.J. Abrams movie. Still haven't heard anything about that. That's coming out in November of this year. We got The Cat in the Hat. We got Clayface. We got Supergirl. We got Digger. We got The End of Oak Street and Evil Dead Burn and Mortal Kombat 2. We did get a little bit of Mortal Kombat 2, I believe, right? Yeah. And that's it so far. Okay. So the big ones left, Dune 3 and The Great Beyond, which we may or may not hear anything about. Very secretive
Did they
production.
start filming The Great Beyond?
Well, it's coming out in November.
Oh,
I believe
so
it's already been finished.
Probably done, yeah.
That has Glenn Powell, Jenna Ortega, Emma Mackey, Samuel L. Jackson, Merritt Weaver. Written and directed by J.J. Abrams, who made news last week because he closed his LA office, let go of a bunch of staff.
I'll tell you this, having been to that Bad Robot office exactly once for an audition that I did not get and Ben Schwartz rightly beat me for. They had a phenomenal collection of old typewriters, cool old sci-fi toys like phasers and stuff, and Star Wars replica props. It was fucking rad. It was just like the coolest waiting room I've ever been in for anything in my life. I was outclassed the second I walked in. It was rad. It was a very cool building. It was a very cool building.
Bet. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, a loss to the LA film community. Okay, let's see. Looking like Zendaya, Denis Villeneuve, and Timothée are taking pics right now.
Oh, Timmy's there.
So presumably we will get some Dune 3 news shortly. I hope they lead the whole crowd through the Dune 3 chant with like a karaoke bouncing ball kind of thing.
What if he does the voice?
Would love it. Would love it.
Oh, hell yeah. Or the... Discussing film has a little bit more on Practical Magic 2. The first teaser for Practical Magic 2 sees the duo reintroduce how everyone they love dies. It's not great for the Tinder bio, is the quote. Okay, fun. I don't recall much of the plot of the original Practical Magic, so I don't know how.
It's like they accidentally somehow reincarnate like a very, like I think they murder a abusive boyfriend that Nicole Kidman has because she's kind of a wild child. Then the two aunt witches drink a bottle of tequila they found out on the porch, but that bottle of tequila somehow brings that guy's ghost back, and then they have to deal with it. And then at the end, at Halloween, they all come down holding hands off the roof because the whole town knows they're witches, and that's like okay.
Okay, interesting. I do love him seeing Media Updates has a picture from like kind of red carpet at CinemaCon of Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya, and she's wearing a haute couture gown that looks like a statue, and he's in jeans and like a frumpy jacket, and I love it.
You know, Brian's got it up on the screen here.
It's so great.
Typical man.
There it is. There it is.
Yes.
Isn't that great? I mean, they're kind of color coded. They both got the sand energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
which is appropriate. But
Timothée Chalamet looks like he just came back from like Me and my friends were on a speedboat and we fired off AKs and smoked cigars.
I do love too. There's another photo that has them with Denis Villeneuve and Jason Momoa, who gets to pull double duty. He gets to
look
go
at this
back to
guy.
back, talk Supergirl and Dune, because as was already shown in the first trailer for Dune 3, his character gets brought back to life in Dune 3.
There you go. Okay.
Duncan, Idaho, one of the best fictional character names of all time, or the worst, depending on your opinion there.
Sarah
speaking of which,
Hatchadorian's $10 super chat. Variety has the pic of Momoa on the Lobo motorcycle and some of these other pics that we're checking out. New tweet, J.J. Abrams is taking the stage at CinemaCon right now to talk about his first film since 2019's Rise of Skywalker, The Great Beyond.
there it is.
It's a documentary about his proctologist and the struggles that they went through on a hunt for polyps.
I think it's actually a documentary about everybody's favorite place to buy bath mats and mixers, Bed Bath & Beyond. The Great Bed Bath & Beyond.
Bed Bath & Beyond.
Very interesting. Again, it'll be interesting too how close to the vest they keep this movie. Like, do they give us a trailer that explains the plot at all, or they must, right? Okay, I'm searching around. Can we find the pic of Momoa on the
Lobo Moa?
I would love to see it.
Yeah, I think I could pull it up. It's on Variety's Twitter.
Okay, let's see. None of these are the Variety Twitter pic. Oh, there we go.
Whoa.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, and it's practical. Like it rides.
That's going to be at the Peterson Automotive Museum in
Hell
6 months. I
yes.
know it.
Also, I mean, it reminds me. It's a little bit like the Dark Knight motorcycle, where it's just giant fat tires. Or I guess the Batman had a giant fat tired motorcycle as well. There's a great clip of the stuntman trying to drive it through that graveyard and wiping out.
I haven't seen that.
Because there's a reason normal motorcycles don't have giant fat tires.
Yeah.
It does not make them easy to ride.
If you're going straight, it's no problem. If you're trying to turn, it's no good.
Yes, that looks great. And again, he looks at home on it.
Yes, he really does.
There's not another man alive, maybe besides Norman Reedus, who looked more on it.
I enjoy the grin on his face in that photo of just total kid in a candy shop. Look at me, I get to ride a big, silly motorcycle.
Yes.
Do we think Lobo will survive?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's going to be someone who pops up as like a continual punching bag who can punch back.
Over under 20%. We see in our lifetimes a Lobo solo film.
Oh, I think over. I think if audiences respond well to Momoa.
Maybe a streaming show.
Yes.
At the very
least. Yeah, Lobo on HBO. HBO Bo.
HBO Bo?
HBO
It might be
Bo?
tough to pull the budget. If it's he's such an intergalactic character. I know, of course he can show up on Earth, but like, you kind of want to see him in space. So like, I don't know if they can. Maybe they can pull that off.
But also, like, it seems like, the scenes we've seen of him in the trailer so far, it's like he's in space for sure, but he's in like a dive bar in space.
Yes.
He's not like
true.
out among the Eta Carina nebula. I think we could see a pretty practical Lobo.
Pretty Practical Magic?
Pretty Practical Magic, yeah. Lobo and Practical Magic over under 20%.
Is Practical Magic 2 going to explore at all how these two witches in their 50s haven't aged very much in the 30 years since...
It's practical magic. It's the most practical magic there is.
I feel like it could be very easily made canon about
Yeah.
Wow, we look great. It must be the magic. Also, there's no actor that's acted more than Nicole Kidman over the last 20 years. I feel like...
I don't know if she like takes a day off.
I don't think she does.
And like her agents must just have like a giant whiteboard that is just Jenga-ing how she can go directly from filming this to filming this. Because she has like every year she's in 3 TV shows and like 4 movies.
Yeah.
And like those TV shows,
those
takes a long time. Even if it's like a 6-8 episode miniseries,
you can
it's
shoot
months
out
and months.
like even a major role in a movie you can shoot out in 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
But like those TV shows, you got to be around for a minute.
Yes.
And
kudos to her for working. She does a lot of good work. She also prioritizes working with female directors, which is something a lot of other even big female actresses don't do. And like she's still taking weird risks and makes a lot of strange projects in addition to kind of like pulpy crowd pleasing stuff as well. Okay.
All right, we have a Slack update from Eric. Lol, guys, the panel is still going, so there is still stuff happening in Vegas.
Stay in line.
At the
not
WB
leave.
panel.
Stay seated. They're still paneling. We haven't gotten to Dune yet.
While we're waiting, let's do a quick plug for Nerd Riot. It's been a minute. NerdRiot.shop is where we sell all sorts of merch. Tees, hoodies, beanies, coffee cups with designs from your favorite fandoms. Zach's about to hold up the Which One design from Spider-Man Brand New Day coming out. We've got Daredevil designs. This one's from Mando and Grogu. We got a bunch of Star Wars helmets.
This is the classic.
Yeah, new mask, same task. That's nerdriot.shop. Great way to directly support us. But breaking news, we have a new tweet on the screen behind us since I started talking. The Great Beyond, written and directed by J.J. Abrams, is an original film coming November 13th, 2026. It stars Glenn Powell, Jenna Ortega, Emma Mackey, Sophie Okonedo, Merritt Weaver, and Samuel L. Jackson. Abrams says the film is about reconnecting with that sense of wonder we had as kids. Big story with huge scale, otherworldly consequences. Glenn Powell plays a character who peaked in high school, and the O in the movie's title logo is a spiral portal. Footage coming soon.
Okay.
I'm still not convinced it's not about a proctologist.
Yeah.
Because what portal would have more otherworldly consequences than a hole that sucks you in, a black hole of some kind? I don't know.
Interesting. Big story with huge scale and otherworldly sequences.
It immediately makes me think of Flight of the Navigator.
Sure.
You know, like that era of film.
What was the J.J. Abrams movie? Was it 16 millimeter?
Yes.
Super 8. Yeah, different
16
film
millimeter
format.
was the Nicolas Cage one about snuff films.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Super 8, which was like an original sci-fi film, but kind of maybe it's in that vein. I love isn't Glenn Powell is this the 50th time he's played a character that peaked in high school?
Hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah,
That's right.
When he read that, I was like, oh.
That's who you cast if you need a guy that's like too good looking.
I can see it because it's the last thing I watched him in.
We need to take him down a notch.
Even Fox McCloud, you know?
Yeah. I have to go and watch. I heard that because of the Super Mario Galaxy movie, I was alerted to the existence of like a half-hour-long Star Fox anime that came out alongside Star Fox Zero or one of the games on like Wii or Wii U or something that I'm not aware of. And the stylized footage of like Fox's intro in Super Mario Galaxy, I was like, this rules. I grew up on Star Fox. I want more of this, so I got to go find this. I got to go track down this anime now.
Where are we at as Glenn Powell as movie star? Where are we at on him?
I think he seems like he's pulling a Sam Worthington where everyone's really pushing him, but the crowds are not yet accepting him.
I don't know. I think he's kind of doing a Nicole Kidman, but way too early.
He's working so much.
Yeah.
I think that might be my one criticism, because here's the thing. I think I would put him ahead of a Sam Worthington who he's bringing a little bit more. He also writes
more
films.
Than Sam Worthington,
he wrote Hitman, and I think he's written another film that he's currently making or something like that. So it's like he's working a little bit more. But I agree. It's
Thank you, Rich For Girl. Welcome to Rewatch.
Okay. He's doing too much. Like he's got like at all times he has a movie and a Hulu series, and then like before you know it, he's got another movie.
I think he's doing something that I am very sympathetic to, which is like he's really trying to strike the anvil while it's hot, and he's casting himself wide. You know, he's doing the Chad Powers thing. Like, you know, he's doing every project he can. While he can. And I totally, it's the most insane industry to try to build a life around.
And like, you know, as an actor, you try to pick the best projects you can and the best collaborators, but that doesn't mean you know that the movies are going to turn out good. On paper, I'm sure he's like, Edgar Wright? Running Man?
Yeah.
Awesome. He didn't know it wasn't going to turn out great. That movie he made, Margaret Qualley was also in, How to Make a Million, kind of came and went, and we paid attention to it. He was on a hell of a run with Twisters, Anyone But You, Hitman on Netflix.
Yep.
He had quite a run, and then like maybe he's had a couple misses lately, and again has done some TV series.
I like him. I'm optimistic for him, but yeah, it feels like he's just taking every job that comes his way rather than doing like a Gosling of like, well, I'm not going to be in that much, but the stuff I'm in is going to be really fun.
Or a Chalamet or a DiCaprio or whatever. But now, not everybody can afford to do that because
we're getting news that people dressed as Fremen are in the aisles of the Coliseum, and Dune Part 3 is closing out the WB presentation.
Ooh.
Hell yes.
And is Eric chanting?
You know he is.
That is awesome. Will there be a sandworm? Will the Shia-Lude make an appearance on stage?
Yeah, let's.
I feel like this is when Zach's gonna have the most FOMO.
Oh God, so much FOMO.
Okay, Zach will drink a beero out of this.
Not filled. You know what I mean? I
No,
won't
fill
drink.
it with
I won't
Bureau.
drink 90
How
ounces
about-
of beero.
We should
But
do like a chart for like every like $50.
yes,
Yeah.
we'll have this set up tomorrow, like one of those, like a thermometer fundraiser
yeah.
or whatever. And like every time we get to a certain threshold, I will mark it off. I will drink. How about maybe for tomorrow? In addition to the names, I'm already gonna read off as I drink the beeros. I commit to that. But maybe we add on to that tomorrow. Every $100 in super chats, I will drink another beero.
Sure. Yeah.
For
if
every
you can
individual
handle that many
persons,
beeros,
or every time we reach 100?
Cumulatively, we hit $100.
I would be so. I can't burp, and so anything carbonated, even drinking like one beero, I would be just bloated for the rest
You
of the night.
can't burp?
I can't burp. It's genetic. My dad can't burp either. I don't know why.
Can you toot?
Oh yes, I can.
Do you think you toot more because you can't
Yes,
burp?
I do. I make
Okay.
up for lost time. I
You
make
just
up for
never
lost
like
time.
burped.
I mean, it happens to me like twice a year, and I'm never ready for it, and it always freaks me out.
I just saw something in the chat that I need to address. Okay, Lord Omni the First. Now maybe you're trolling. They said, "What's so hype about Dune? I don't get it. Explain,
God.
someone." No, nobody explain. Okay, here's the thing. Both those movies, Dune 1, Dune 2, are available to stream on HBO. You can go treat yourself. Go treat yourself. Queue up Dune 1, and then you won't need to have it explained to you. Okay? I leave it at that. Go watch the movie. You'll get why it's hype. Okay? You'll get why it's hype.
Okay, so we're now getting updates on the first trailer for J.J. Abrams' The Great Beyond. Eric is saying it's a classic J.J. mystery box trailer that doesn't reveal much, but we see a computer screen read off the H.G. Wells quote about the existence of another world of sight and sound. If I had to compare it to any other film, I would say Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Midnight Special. God, that's a great movie.
Good pull.
I honestly don't know what to make of it, but I'll be... Is that the one with Michael Shannon and
Michael
Joel
Shannon,
Edgerton?
yes.
That's a great
That's a
movie.
good one.
Man, that movie is so good.
Yeah, that movie is 10 years old this year. That's from Jeff Nichols, the director of Mud and a bunch of other things. But yeah, interesting. So that movie, and that was a little scene movie. So like, if you don't quite remember, like that's about like a father and an uncle trying to get this young boy that is exhibiting these like special powers.
Yeah.
And they maybe came from like a kind of like religious cult or something like that.
Yeah.
Trying to get him across the country as these like kind of powers are manifesting. It's a beautiful movie, but it's mostly very grounded and small, even though there are these big things kind of happening.
Dune Part 3 takes over the stage at CinemaCon. We hear Paul's chanting from the recent trailer and footage on screen as Fremen soldiers march down the aisles. 2 fly up on wires. Denis Villeneuve, Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya, and Jason Momoa are on stage.
Fly up on stage like the like in the
beginning
Harkonnens
of-
at the
yeah,
beginning
yeah.
of Dune
Oh,
2.
that would be
Such a
sick.
creepy,
So great.
So now that we know people can fly in on wires,
yeah. How
What
come
is-
they haven't been doing it more?
well, what does this mean for Disney?
oh yeah.
Oh,
dog.
it didn't
I mean,
have
also, yeah. Why wasn't Sandra Bullock flying in on a wire? Why didn't?
Why didn't Spider-Man come in on a wire? One of the many.
Also, like, I love the idea that like there was like a stunt person in a Fremen outfit that just had to be sitting up in the rafters of this building
Yeah,
for
just
the
whole
entire
time.
panel.
They got a still suit on if they need to pee or something.
That's
They're
right.
fine.
Well,
yeah.
it gets recycled.
Gets
They can
recycled,
drink it,
yeah.
so it's fine. Yes. Okay. Okay, we got a super chat coming in from Eric Hendershot. Over under 20%. I like we've even gotten to
We've shortened it.
shortening it. I appreciate your innovation there, Eric Hendershot.
Oh, you too.
Doomsday happens, or does Doomsday move up to the date vacated by Jumanji to get a week head start and get some IMAX before Dune takes over?
I think they still won't be able to get IMAX.
Well, they might be able to get 1 week of IMAX.
Right.
I'm not sure. But, people pointed out, they already have got a clock
Yeah.
ticking away until that release date.
I think Marvel wants to have the week of being the center of the conversation more so than they want IMAX. And I think there's a good chance they'll move up.
I agree.
Especially if they're as bullish as we've heard from the recent screenings. I think they'll move up and hope that they steal a little bit of Dune's thunder.
So we're saying over? I'd say over, not way over.
Not way over. I don't.
Not a guarantee.
It's by no
but it
means
could
guaranteed.
happen.
I'd say 30%.
And then I see another super chat here coming in from Edward T. Inside, outside, 40%. We're playing with the metrics here.
Left, right.
Young Avengers before Mutant Saga. Under. We're getting Mutant Saga 2028. We're getting X-Men.
The Young Avengers are old now.
New tweet. Timothy Chalamet says that in Dune Part 3, Paul Atreides has become his own worst vision. His character has become the all-powerful Dark Emperor of the universe. His focus now is only to protect the people he loves. Give me that Dark Messiah storyline!
Yes. I want a $200 million gorgeous space opera epic that is nasty and has a dark anti-chosen one message. Yes, sir. And I know that will not be a popular opinion, and I don't care. This movie's for me and only me.
I'm so excited for it.
Oh, hell yeah. But yeah, go back to Edward T. I don't think, technically, I guess you can make an argument if are you just saying will we see some kind of a Young Avengers moment in either Doomsday or Secret Wars? Yeah, probably. But we're not going to see a Young Avengers property.
We'll get them teaming up like we got Pepper and everyone else, and the lady heroes teamed up at the end of Endgame.
And maybe even more than just that kind of short sequence. I don't know, half of Secret Wars could be devoted to these young heroes are the only ones left, and they've got to fight to free the veterans or something like that. Maybe something like that could happen. I could see that. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, what a year. We were talking about this yesterday. What a year for Zendaya. She's already in the drama, out in theaters right now. That's been kind of a success as a smaller film. She's in Spider-Man Brand New Day. She's in The Odyssey, and she's in Dune 3.
And Euphoria.
Euphoria. She could potentially be in 3 of the top 10 movies of this year. She could, I don't know, win an Emmy for her television work, right? Maybe she gets Oscar nominated for the drama. I don't know. I mean, crazy run for her. And then next year, biggest of all, Shrek 5.
Shrek 5.
We have spoilers for Dune Part 3. Do we read these out on air? What is our policy for Dune Part 3?
Really
if he's tweeting it out,
it's something Momoa said which if you've read the books is not a surprise, but it is something Momoa said there.
Yeah, and actually, I accidentally said it 10 minutes ago, too, on this stream, so it's not really a spoiler.
But yeah, so...
spoilers for Dune Part 3. Feel free to mute for a minute if you're that concerned. Jason Momoa confirms that his character in the third Dune film is a body regenerated from the cells of Duncan, Idaho, and now his character is focused on hate. That's also from the books.
Duncan, Idaho, I believe, gets regenerated 10 bazillion for thousands of years in the books.
Yeah, there's 100th generation Duncan Idaho at one point in the books.
Isn't his name Hate or something?
Yes, but with weird spelling, I believe. Yeah. That's great. We got a super chat coming in. Okay, Omalore. Zendaya as Zelda, similar names.
It would have been great casting.
They've already shot Zelda, unfortunately, so she can't get in there.
Filming is wrapped, but maybe in a sequel.
She's definitely elfin.
Yeah, I'd say so.
You know, slender, tall, whatever. You got normal ears, as far as we know.
Yep.
Not pointy ears, but, that can be fixed.
I don't quite have elf ears, but I don't know. Abby, maybe you can see that my ears have these weird, rat bites taken out of them at the top.
What happened there?
I don't know. Again, genetic. My dad has it, but that makes it easy to fold up into elf ears.
Oh, nice.
They just fold straight up. So put me in the Zelda movie. I could play one of those annoying, Hyrulean guys who's like a shopkeep who has the arrows you need, but I need rupees or something.
Yeah.
Or you got to go fetch 12 well-charred steaks for me or something. I could do it. I'm available. I'm ready.
Put him in.
Put me in, coach.
We got an addition to that previous Jason Momoa tweet. The cast and crew of this film is clearly treating certain character details from Dune Messiah as part of the marketing of the film. Rather than big plot twists, they want to keep a secret. This often happens with book adaptations. Movie audiences expect to go into their stories with more expectations than book readers want before they open a book. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I guess what Eric's trying to say there is like, spoilers are less of a big deal when it is a book adaptation and all the information is out there readily available.
And the book came out 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can't spoil Moby Dick. Can't spoil Dracula.
Yeah. Oh, we got another tweet here too. Timothy Chalamet likens the Dune trilogy with the Lord of the Rings trilogy for this generation when movie theaters need an experience.
I think they're very different trilogies, but I think in terms of epic scale and quality, absolutely equal.
Yes, and there's I have 9 thoughts on that short tweet. First off, that's him being like, and remember what Return of the King got? Oscars. Let's go. I would say the Dune franchise has been kind of under-rewarded in general.
Agree.
I would agree.
For the great work at the big scale that it's been doing. Denis Villeneuve in general has been kind of an unheralded
They're watching
director.
the first 7 minutes of Dune right now.
Oh, jealousy.
Sorry, Zach.
We are going to be getting a 300-page tweet from Eric in 10 minutes.
Yes. He is furiously, and he's typing out shit like Atreides and Arrakis and Getty Prime as fast as he can. But he's both saying like, hey, this is our Return of the King. This is like, we get it. You didn't want to reward the first one. Sequels don't often get nominated for stuff, but this is the big thing. And like, you know, Timmy got a lot of guff for his comments about opera and ballet. And whatever, that's fine. I'm sure everybody watching this has been to 5 operas and 6 ballets in the last 12 months, and you guys are all supporting the arts in that way. But what was missed in a lot of that discourse is he was saying, so that's why we have to make sure the theatrical experience and the film industry survives and is for everybody. It was really a populist message. He was saying like, it's a shame that these other art forms are like small, shrinking, elitist. We don't get to experience ballet and opera on a regular basis. They're not for the masses, right? And that's why he called them dying art forms. Whereas like he was kind of saying like, hey, I want to be a big movie star for everybody and not just make tiny movies that nobody sees because I want to keep this art form alive. And to him I say, righteous, okay? That's what I want in my movie star, Timmy Chalamet. Do Wonka too.
Also, the amount of people who are outraged over the opera comment that I want to be like, when was the last time before this morning you thought about opera?
Yes.
You know?
And like, I also don't mind a little people are like, oh, he goes up and says he wants to be the biggest movie star in the world. And goes up and says that he wants Oscars. And that's gauche. And like, you're not supposed to do that as an actor. I'm like, I don't care. I want him to be a big movie star too. And I'm fine with him declaring that, you know? It's cool to want stuff. It's not cool to be too, it's never cool to not care, is what I would say. Anyways.
Yeah, don't want to be too cool for school.
Don't be a hipster.
Yes. Just incredible that I get to watch the first 7 minutes. You know that is a cooker of a first 7 minutes. I mean, the first 7 minutes of Dune 2 started with that sequence with the Harkonnens floating up to the top of that plateau.
Yes. Do you think it's like, what do you think's happening?
I mean, probably a battle sequence. Maybe.
I think that Chani is in line at a drive-through at an Arby's. And she's just going like, my God, why is it so slow? And there's a car in front of her. And she's like, what could they possibly be ordering? We don't see what's going on in the car, but it's tense, right? Like it's tense. And then it turns out someone in the car looks back, pale skin, it's a Harkonnen. And then Chani goes, oh shit, it's on. And she gets out of her car to go start some shit with the Harkonnen at Arby's, but then they drive off. And she's like, you motherfucker! You know, and it's 7 minutes of just the tensest Arby's drive-through you've ever seen.
So Chani's in a Tim Robinson sketch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's not getting 55 burgers, 55 fries,
Yeah.
55 shakes. Yeah.
55 pies, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be interested. I mean, I bet it's a gorgeous set piece. You know, they could show any scene from the movie. They're choosing to show this for 7 minutes. So it must be like an impressive 7. And they're cutting it off at 7, right? So I'm assuming that's one scene, one sequence.
Yeah.
Maybe it's impressive.
I would bet, more sincerely, I would bet it starts with some kind of like either slow shot, if not of a spacefaring vessel, then of the landscape of Iraq as something to establish scale.
Or maybe a new planet.
Or maybe a new planet, yeah. But yeah, either way, something that establishes the impossible smallness of the characters in this area.
And like
then zooms in.
He's now, right, like the emperor of the universe or whatever, right? And like he and his followers are fighting epic battles, which, like, for the epic scope of the first two films, we actually did not see. That was
I dropped the Dune bucket.
That was a Dusty hitting the ground there, but we did not see a lot of like big group battles in those films, right? We saw kind of some visions of them, and like obviously the big confrontation in
the
final
sailor
act.
stormed the thing at the end, but like we're kind of seeing that even from a little bit of a remove, a little bit of a distance.
Yes, so that's still like up for grabs as far as like first time they could do a really cool job of that. Love it. I wonder if this opening scene includes Robert Pattinson
as Scytale or Sitali. Sitali?
Sure.
Sitali?
Who is the new one of the new characters added to this film, kind of in that Austin Butler bring in a well-known gorgeous actor to play a freaky villain type figure. That's fun. Maybe we get we're almost certainly going to get a lot more Florence Pugh in this third movie, and we're definitely going to get a lot more Anya Taylor-Joy, who appeared in for like 10 seconds in the second
as
film.
like a vision, right?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, because she had just been born in the second film, and he was kind of projecting forward to what she was going to look like. But she's going to play an active role in this movie. Apparently it's like a 17-year time jump from Dune 2 to Dune 3.
Which is roughly the same time jump from Euphoria Season 2 to Euphoria Season 2.
In real life, right?
In real
life. IRL. Abby, should the folks be keeping an eye out for anything Euphoria related?
They should on Saturday. Just saying.
Keep an eye out.
Just keep an eye out.
If you haven't already seen the first episode of
Watch that.
the new season of Euphoria, maybe watch it before Saturday.
And then get hype and check out New Rockstars.
Get hype and check New Rockstars. Okay.
Now, you all know that I'm a deeply serious person, and I comport myself in the most serious ways possible. And I want to say something important to you about the Dune franchise of movies while we are waiting with bated breath. They are modern epics. They owe a great debt of gratitude to Lawrence of Arabia and the kind of old school transportive power of the silver screen.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not you're a fan of science fiction, if you're a fan of serious cinema and being transported away with a story that doesn't feel like it has to razzle-dazzle you every second, it's willing to sit in the slow moments, it's willing to let you sit and feel small, the Dune movies are for you.
Yes.
If you want a popcorn bucket that perverts want to fuck, the Dune movies are also for you.
No kink shaming here, Berg.
No, I'm not shaming.
Normal people want to fuck it too.
I'm not shaming.
Not just perverts.
I'm just shaming.
We Discussing Film had a couple quotes that we were unable to transcribe fast enough on the New Rockstars account, so I want to read those out. Denis Villeneuve describes Dune Part 3 as a thriller that is more fast-paced, action-packed, and emotional than the previous two films.
The most emotional Spider-Man movie yet, Dune Part 3.
Interesting, fast-paced and action-packed. Again, I think we're going to see more battle sequences. There's thrilling set pieces like them attacking the spice harvester. There's lots of action sequences in those first two movies. But I do think we could see a lot more like battle, hand-to-hand combat in this movie. Interesting, you said fast-paced. I wonder, do you think we see a shorter runtime on this? Both the first two movies are like 2.5, 2:45.
I am normally a guy who really, if I see a movie that's under 2 hours, I'm impressed, especially when it runs by the clip. The Dune movies, I kind of want them to be like 3 hours long.
I see them like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I really do
Give me
too.
more, and once this movie's out, give me director's cuts of all three. I don't care.
Yes.
More better, as far as I'm concerned.
I think something that makes a movie really drag is when it's long because there's too many side plots and they overly complicate what the focus of the movie needs to be. The Dune movies, for all their length, are like pretty trim plot-wise. It's just there's a lot of like really sitting in a moment, and if that's what elongates a movie, I'm all there for it.
And that's a classic thing, like Lawrence of Arabia, Titanic, whatever. When you want something to feel like a saga,
Yes.
especially a movie like this that's probably going to take place over years or maybe even generations, right?
Yeah.
Like you need to spend some time with these characters. And then another quote from Timmy Chalamet says, "Paul is becoming his worst nightmare in Dune Part 3." We heard that. "He's struggling to retain the parts of himself he sees the most, still trying to protect his family while becoming the Dark Emperor." I love that
That's a lot.
he calls himself the Dark Emperor. I dig it.
We think he's going to become Darth Vader at the very end of
That's
the
right.
movie.
That's
The
right.
sand, it gets everywhere, and then that's what turns him. If you're on a sandy planet and you're a little evil, you become Darth Vader.
We're not getting any updates on the New Rockstars account because they're watching the 7 minutes.
What if
also,
they lied to them and said it's the first 7 minutes, but it's really the whole
The
movie?
whole movie.
I would die. Be so jealous. But also, this movie doesn't come out for another 8 months. It was interesting. Like, I would say it was a pretty quiet production, considering this big franchise with these huge movie stars. Like, we did not get a lot of set photos on Dune 3. They did not do a lot of press around, like, castings and, like, release dates and stuff like that. It's nothing compared to Marvel movies or even, like, Lord of the Rings stuff or whatever. And maybe that's just it's a different type of fandom that maybe is not as into that kind of stuff, or it's just Denis Villeneuve style. So it's like, it's almost like still a surprise to me that I'm getting this movie. Yeah, Brian, do we got a super chat coming in? Okay, from Canada, Monarch's Dead. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Love you guys. Hey,
Love you.
what an appropriately Canadian thing for you to say.
Yeah.
Monarch's Dead, You guys are so nice up north.
Like Anton.
Like our buddy and coworker Anton is a Canadian. I've been to Vancouver and Toronto, had lovely experiences in both those cities.
I spent a week at a comedy festival in Edmonton.
Okay.
Good time. Surprisingly good indoor water slide park.
I
At
bet.
the mall.
I bet in Edmonton, you
Yes.
need that shit
Yes.
most months of the year, huh? Yeah.
I recently went to Niagara Falls, Canada. Stayed on the
Okay.
Canadian side, take a look at the falls. It was lovely.
I really want to get up to like the Nova Scotia, like the
Yes,
East
me
Coast. I've
too.
never been to any
Yeah.
there, and I really want to go to Quebec at some point.
Yeah.
I can't speak a lick of French, but I'll learn for the Quebecois. So shout out to our Canadian friends, and in any country. So somebody said that they're watching from South Africa. Obviously, we've had some folks from
Someone
Brazil.
watching from Nepal over here.
Nepal? Holy shit! What are you at? 30,000 feet?
Yeah, my God.
Bless you. Anybody from or any place here in the U.S. too? Shout out! It's so cool that we get to connect with so many people in so many different places.
We got
while doing these
Ireland,
streams.
nostalgic account 3836 watching from Ireland.
Aaron
Couple
Gobra.
Canadian flags. Yeah, excited for that new Kneecap album coming out May 1st.
hell
Ooh,
yeah,
baby,
dude.
been listening to the singles. Fenian, all the way. Okay, let's see. We got people from Omaha, Nebraska,
India, Australia. I mean, you folks that are in drastically different time zones. Do you just have a strange schedule? Why are you up at
If you're
this
in Australia,
hour?
that's like 16 hours ahead.
Maybe it's actually a normal hour for them.
Yeah, so then, they're like, now all of a sudden Australia, it's like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, I bet,
Yeah.
Philippines, Illinois. Hey, somebody coming in from Quebec. Great. Wakanda. Oh, interesting. What time zone is it there? Also, man, the freaking TV or computer or phone they're watching that shit on in Wakanda.
High tech.
Wild as
High
hell.
tech.
We're like being projected
Yeah.
Yes,
3D into their room.
I'm just a bunch of beads
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now. Hell yeah. Great. Buffalo, New York. Hell yeah. Say hey to our buddy Tommy up there if you get near Rochester. Midday in Australia. Okay, that makes sense.
right.
It's so far away. It's actually a reasonable hour. Okay. Gotham City, somebody said. Okay, we got multiple people coming in from Brazil.
The bottom of the boot in Louisiana. Hell yeah. Aye! Fele, bon temps roulé! You know what I mean? Yeah. I spent a month in New Orleans once. It was lovely. It's
New
fucking
Orleans
great.
is great. One of my favorite corners
Love
of the
New
It's
US.
Orleans.
truly so good. Yeah.
Your food? Come on,
Untouched.
dude. Untouched
Untouched.
food. Your drinking culture? Not healthy, but it's fun.
Yeah,
It's
untouched.
amazing.
Every night I would go to, is it Jackson Square in the middle of New Orleans?
Yes.
There was a New Orleans cigar shop where I would watch someone hand roll a cigar, buy that cigar, go to a place across the street from the beignet place.
Dumont, Cafe Dumont.
Cafe
yeah.
Dumont. I would get a glass of Blanton's for like $3 in a to-go cup or a go cup, and then just walk out and smoke a cigar and people watch all night long. It's fantastic.
It's like I have no desire to like go like Jimmy Buffett style, like waste my life away and drink myself to death or whatever. But if I had to,
yeah, man,
it would be in New Orleans.
Yes,
that would be my number one choice. Shout out Monarch's Dead for becoming a rock star, becoming a YouTube member. We appreciate you. Just Khaleesi's also in the chat. Welcoming Monarch's Dead, and Just Khaleesi's also a YouTube member. Thank you.
Got a super chat here from Sarah Hatchadorian. Aegon's Conquest confirmed to be a 2027 movie.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Interesting.
Holy shit.
That's
Sarah,
fast.
where are you getting that from?
I didn't have that on my bingo
Is this
card.
with- no shade to Sarah, but is this also with the
Yeah, is this like the Constantine rumor?
Yeah, Sarah, where are you hearing
Oh,
this from?
well, no. Discussing Film is reporting it.
Okay.
Way to go,
Eric?
Sarah. You're breaking news. Okay, in 2027? That soon?
That's even if it's in the late 2027, that's still really.
Also, apparently this is also coming out of the WB panel. Zach Kreger is directing a new sci-fi film, The Flood, for Warner Brothers in theaters in August of 28. So I think this has
He's
been.
busy, booked
He's a
and
very
busy.
busy guy. He's pumping it out. I think this had been reported or mentioned in some trades before. Still big news. So he's doing Resident Evil later this year. That Gladys prequel, maybe that's next year, and this would be the movie after that. We got a super chat coming in, Brian.
No, we have the description for Dune.
Okay. Let me read this.
Yeah,
Let me
all right,
read this.
Take a
It's
deep
my-
breath, drink of water.
Let me get my happy
Are
place
you gonna
here.
be okay?
No. Okay, Eric reporting in from the room in Vegas. The opening scene of Dune Part 3 is epic. The Fremen soldiers, led by Stilgar, invade a rainy world. They're off Arrakis. Water will fall from the sky, one of the Fremen reads from their prayer book, referring to the prophecy foretold for Arrakis. Oh no, never mind. They're on Arrakis. It's just raining now. There's some Saving Private Ryan-esque tension as the Fremen box-shaped landing craft descend. Oh, kind of like the storming of Normandy Beach there.
Yeah.
There's a notable focus on a crate carried by 4 soldiers. At first, there's no resistance, but then a gun turret pops out of the mud and blasts several of the landing craft and soldiers. Then a giant seed-shaped structure rises out of the mud and uses 4 to 5 of these turrets to blast the crap out of the Fremen invasion force. Stilgar calls in the structure's location for an aerial bombing, but the structure is shielded. Stilgar tries to use a shield piercer device, but the piercers bounce off and hit their own forces. One of the crate carriers freaks out and bolts. The sound design, editing, visual effects, and production design are top notch. Seriously, this is our generation's Lord of the Rings trilogy. Hook Dune 3 into my veins. That's Eric saying that.
Yes.
But I agree.
Yes.
I mean, sci-fi, Saving Private Ryan,
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Seated.
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 The theater's not even open, and I'm seated.
And she's seated. She'll be kicked out for trespassing, but she's still seated.
I'm seated.
Plus, also, is the delight of Javier Bardem's performance is still good.
He's incredible.
Again, we were talking earlier about a depth of a cast when you have a deep bench of like great actors in your movie. Christopher Nolan's doing his best. Wes Anderson's out there accumulating movie stars. But man, this Dune franchise.
Yeah.
When you go Timmy Zendaya,
Rebecca Ferguson.
Brolin, Ferguson.
Pattinson.
now, right?
Oscar Isaac's in the
Christopher
first one.
Walken, Florence
Florence
Pugh,
Yeah.
Anya Taylor-Joy. Like the bench is deep. Okay.
Yeah.
And just like,
And Skarsgård. Stellan Skarsgård.
oh well, unfortunately,
Yeah.
he's not gonna
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
not gonna
no
be in this
more,
movie,
but yeah,
but
yeah.
with real delight in the last two. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds like a killer sequence. Yes, Brian. We got a super chat coming
Zach,
in.
this one's for you.
Captain Cannabis, my man. Zach, if you come to Nova Scotia, we go into the local Cineplex and watching Dune Part 3 and smoking a big old blunt. Deal. I might have to just do a little edible. And honestly, Captain Cannabis, where I really appreciate how on brand you are with your name and you're smoking big blunts. Here's my thing. I need to be stone cold sober watching Dune Part 3.
The first
okay?
time.
Because the first time I watch it. Because I'm gonna be high on life during that movie. And if I were to add outside substances, it could kind of corrupt the experience a little bit. Like, I don't even, sometimes for a movie I'm really into, I can't even be drinking soda or eating popcorn because I can't need to go to the bathroom halfway or get a cotton mouth or something like that. Like, I've just got to be locked in. And there's no movie that I need to be locked in more for than this. But then the second time I see it, hell yeah, I'll be high as hell.
Yeah, I might go with a little help from my fungus friends for this one.
Yes.
You know, just an eighth, nothing crazy, you know, but we'll see.
Oh man.
Okay, well there was a lot. This was a much longer panel than we were ready for. We got some great Dune footage. We've gotten a ton of news about J.J. Abrams' new project. A bunch of DC news. Clayface sounds very exciting to us. And
our first kind of information about The Great Beyond.
Yep.
J.J. Abrams movie. Some Digger added information. We're discussing film, also reporting the Minecraft 2, a Minecraft sequel is the title of it, and it's slated July 2027. So maybe they're just kind of mentioning that. We got another super chat coming through, Brian.
Sarah Hatchadorian, thank you, Sarah, $5. Apparently, the Batman Part 2 was only briefly mentioned during the WB closing presentation. Do you think it could come out in 2028 or later? Yeah, I mean, I don't have any...
No, I think they're still trying to get it out next year.
I think they're trying, but I think also, like, Matt Reeves is slow, is the vibe I get. And I get the vibe that Matt Reeves is slow, and James Gunn wants to let him work at his pace.
Yeah, which is a good call. Yeah. I will say it is slated for late next year, October of 2027. So that's still 18 months away or whatever.
We got a lot of
That's
time.
enough time.
Yes.
It is enough time, but I wouldn't be surprised if it got pushed.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I hope not.
I hope not, too. I really want to see it. I like the
really
first
looking
one.
forward to that movie. So, yeah.
Okay, well, are there any closing thoughts? Sahib Singh, 98.97, $2 super chat. Aegon's Conquest movie. Yeah, that would be WB with HBO, right?
Yes, and apparently that was mentioned, or at least the news came out. Discussing Film has reported that, and Aegon's Quest movie is officially in the works. Now, I mean, in the works is a vague kind of language.
It is. It could mean development. It could mean production. It could mean they have a script. There's a lot that
interesting to take a franchise that has wholly been on television and go the theatrical route.
Arguably defined a generation of prestige TV. Like, arguably, I think you can make a fair case that Game of Thrones set a new bar for what was expected from prestige TV.
But you know what? If we're just depicting a kind of a singular event, the conquest, Aegon coming with his sister wives, you think we're gonna do some Game of Thrones shit and not have some incest? Baby, you wrong, okay?
Yeah.
But like, this kind of one battle conquest, that feels like that could work in a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah.
And maybe I don't need 9 episodes or 4 seasons or whatever.
You could do something like, the like Harrenhal could have been its own movie, just give a little bit of like character setup at the top, why everyone is where they are, and then just like, tear it down.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what talent is behind that. Who are they going to direct that? How will that feel like not just a long episode of Game of Thrones, right? Yeah.
Well, should we wrap it up here? This was a longer panel than anticipated.
I know. WB really pulling a Milton Berle tonight and really just, going big. Thank you everybody for watching.
Thank you everybody for hanging out with us. Thank you for your super chats. Even if you're not super chatting, just thank you for chatting and hanging out. Like, that's kind of what makes it feel like we're not just shouting into the abyss. Thank you for your enthusiasm for these films. We are so stoked for most of these. That's it for us today. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe to New Rockstars on YouTube. If you want to support us directly, consider buying some merch from nerdriot.shop. Buying a tee from nerdriot.shop is one of the best ways to support our channel. We have designs for everybody. If you've already got a tee, take a picture of yourself wearing it. Tag us on social media. We'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're in the Los Angeles area, buy a ticket for our live show. We're doing a stage reading of Morbius. The graphic won't stay on the screen. We're doing a stage reading of Morbius at UCB at 7 p.m. This Friday, April 17th. If you're not in the LA area, you can buy a ticket to watch the live stream from the comfort of your own home, whatever country that may be in. So that's at ucbcomedy.com. You can find those tickets or click the link in the description. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow covering the Universal panel. And
the Paramount panel.
And the Paramount panel. The graphics are being... I'm gonna say it's Brian's
Wait, no,
fault, but it seems pretty clear that it's not.
Sorry, not the Paramount panel Thursday. Never mind. Just
Paramount-
Universal tomorrow.
Just Universal tomorrow. But we will be back bringing you news as soon as it breaks. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Over under 20%. Will we see you next time?
We'll see you next time. Over under 20%. Sound off in the chat.